It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. All over to the sound like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀.
Hello there.
Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Yes.
Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun diary.
Thank you very much for joining me tonight.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun diary Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun diary.
Share this broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun is back. Read the caption of the broadcast as well, and then you can make your contribution as well.
I
don't land. For everyone who watched my broadcast last time, presented in Yoruba, where I spoke about a lot of things. I have been receiving the feedback mostly from the people concerned. However, I want to assure everybody that somehow, for those who probably feel somehow about it and the rest, I can assure you that those concerned, they are fixing it. Others are reacting. So this afternoon, Oloye Sunday Igboho himself reached out to me. We had a lot of conversation. Some of them mostly very, very heartbreaking. However, there is always hope. In sometimes a situation that becomes so dicey, all we have to do is to remain constantly telling ourselves the truth. Truth. Very, very powerful word. And that's what we want to talk about tonight on the Sunday sermon. You can still share the broadcast.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ yẹ̀sùn lájú. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní yẹ̀sùn lájú. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
And good enough. From my own conversation, by the way, Oloye Sunday Igboho told me that Baba Akintoye and some other people, they are not happy. They are very, very unhappy. Because according to them, Maiyegun abused them. And that is why I am going to implore everyone here, okay? When you are trying to share your truth, you would expect some reactions, expectedly. In fact, you are likely going to get rebuttals from the people concerned. However, none of us here should take any of this beyond its face value, except when I start releasing some certain things to the public. If we realize that no, it doesn't seem that they want to correct what do you call it, their error and the rest. So we'll speak on that. But for now, don't see it as you versus them. I know some of you are MaiyegunsDiary Politico members of this Temple of Truth. Somehow, that truth hit you differently yesterday. Some of you are still trying to walk around it. Well, why is this happening now? What is going on? And so many other things. Well, this is why you're actually going to see this program tonight as a follow-up. I told Igboho himself, possibly he's going to be watching as well. I told him, I said, when I did my program, I said that as Yoruba will say, pete ni mo fe na ni popa, eni to ba ti taba, ko ma fi se binu, ko fi se kini o, ko lo tun be se ni o. That is, I will say it the way it is, without having to listen to the normal, the normal sentiment when we choose, or should I say, when we choose to cherry pick what we want to see as a truth and what lie we want to bury. Politicians in Nigeria are known as liars. But here is a twist. Nigerians know that their politicians are liars, thieves, manipulators, in fact, murderers, because they can do anything for power, control, and then everything that comes with that power. Now, saying that and agreeing to that, right, you can say, oh, that's true. Some will tell you, well, there is a but. Simply because people can define their truth in their own way that suits them. And this is not limited to politics and politicians. It is also extended, indeed, to our everyday life. You know, I've done so many programs on this platform where I explain to you that Nigerians don't like a crime. I mean, they don't hate crime. They just don't like it if they are not the ones committing the crime or benefiting from the crime. They don't like it if they are the victims of that crime. In this case, we cherry pick. Who should we call evil or bad. Now, me, I know to go school. Are you with me? And I don't try to pretend to be somebody who went, who knows it all in a way. But there's something about me. I am somebody who is never comfortable, right? With those who are, they call them insidious or something. People who are questionable. Because you see, once you associate with people, by association, right, you become what you are likely condemning. So in this process, as somebody like me, I realized that, you see, in this life, there are two forces in this life. Pay attention, no? Two forces in this life. You have the force for good. You have the force for evil. Something the others will say, positive forces, negative forces. There are things that once you get closer to them, you can tell what kind of force is illuminating around them. Is it positive? Is it negative? Now, in that process, you'll be able to choose whatever you choose, by understanding that this world works in this direction of the good, the bad, and you can, if you can identify them as as such, then your choice from that moment defines you. Honesty is relative. There are times that people will say innocent lies. Then you have deliberate lies. But when it comes to truth, it is singular. It is same. One thing. Everywhere. Defined. Same way everywhere. But when you begin to cherry pick, let me show you something. If I show you this man on the screen, you do know him, Abi. Now you tell me if it is a truth or a lie. This man on your screen is a former minister of agriculture in Nigeria, and he is currently the president of the African Development Bank. Is that true or false? Of course, Akinwumi Adesina, the president of the African Development Bank right now, you know, he's what do you call it? You know his title, you know what he does, right? No argument, true. You see, there's no coloration, there's no but. Sure, you get, you can tell and you can trace him. Now, if I show you this image on your screen right now, is this person an honest businessman or a criminal? The answer is a criminal. Or should I put it this way? If I present this person to you as a criminal, would you say it is true or it is false? This is where you can play, you can try to test the brain of a human and how they cherry pick what they called truth or what they call lie. In this case, some will say it without blinking. Is a criminal, is a fraudster, right? Is an awaiting to be convicted criminal. But you will see some people, they will tell you, no, don't just call him that. The typical Nigerians. And when you ask them, they will tell you, at least he didn't steal money, he didn't steal any public money. Go and face your politicians. How about the police? Leave him alone. Some will agree with you that he is collecting back the payment for all of the slave trade that our 4444 bearers were sold into slavery. That is their own truth. Now, we call that selective truth. Now, let's come back again. When we say politicians have done us bad, seriously, and with what the result of what they have done, the consequences of what the politicians have done and their policies, which you can pretend to say the system, everyone has felt, everyone has felt the touch. No one is spared. In a way, we can likely all agree, or maybe the larger percentage of us will agree that it's true. These politicians are this are that. Then, when I throw it into the fray again, I say, how about those who are using religion to manipulate you, condition you, program you to think that there are things that you can do, there are things that you can't do, and the things they said you can't do are actually things that could change your lives. But they said you should go and pray about it. It's manipulation. When you say, is that manipulation true or false? They will say it's relative. It's not completely false. Which somehow maybe, but majorly, when it comes to the bigger picture generally, the public and the way they embrace religion, how those who direct religion have managed to now hoodwink the people to believe that if something is wrong, if they are having any kind of crisis, be it economical or health, including security, insecurity, people are conditioned to believe that they could pray their way out of a problem and it will disappear. Now, that conditioning is societal conditioning using religion, even though there are other good sides, though, which I am trying to bring the public into the fray now. How they condition us, how they make us to be kind of selective. Now, in the process, because religion, sorry to some of you are actually really, really religious, okay? And I don't want you to take it too personal in a way. Religion, in its own way, is just a blanket to cover your face in a way that you can say it is a veil over logical reasoning. Now, that is going to be offensive to somebody who has a very strong faith, whose faith he believes can move mountain. Now, to somebody like me, I would love to see the faith that move mountain, but they say, no, it's not by mountain, it's something else. That is religion. In the process, after when we realized that the connection between the religion, the politics, politicians, the pastors, and the rest of them, and then the people, we decided to share the truth, which is you could separate your faith from the proper decision making when it comes to the public, because wherever you side, wherever you belong to, wrong or right, there will be consequences. How about you understand where? And understand this clearly, not by trances and then, prophecy and the rest. Things you can do physically without having to kind of give the job to somebody else to do for you. So truth. Once something is black, it is black. Once something is white, it should be white. There is no but. There is no but. No, there's no but. And that is what our sermon on Maiyegun's Diary Politico tonight is going to be on. They manage to manipulate us successfully because many of us have, one way or the other, boxed ourselves into a vulnerable position where all you see now is just are just people who want to tell you what you want to hear. Usually, people who should be possibly working as, I don't even know if they could probably do that, if they are qualified in any way. People that should, in any way, be working as maybe therapists, using the situation in Nigeria, right, to treat you psychologically without having to manipulate you. Politicians, why have the people been doing the same thing again and again, despite the failures that they themselves have acknowledged, they themselves have gone about many times, But they will still do it again and again. Why? Because politicians tell them what they want to hear. In this trade, pastors just tell you what you want to hear too. Imam, Babalawo, Mamalawo want to tell you what you want to hear too. All of this to manipulate you in your vulnerability. Now, you see, when you want to understand others, the first thing you must understand is yourselves. When we talk about freeing ourselves from the shackles of the Nigeria, what do you call it? Nigeria enslavement, which most of them are done by ourselves. So if you want to be free in any way, if we want to be free, it kind of starts from individual self, telling yourselves the truth without having to cherry pick. When you see what is wrong, say it is wrong. Don't give excuse for it. Don't say because you have an interest in it. Don't say because you kind of have a little bit of affection for them. Don't try to associate with anything that is wrong, even if you have those doing them as your roommates. Is so important. And that's why we call self-aware. There is something called self-aware, and that is knowing yourself. I have told you, don't worry. Madam Kemi Omologu. You know, I said something yesterday. I said, anything about no, laranta. What I have to share with the people, they are damaging. Let's let us be honest. Here you get. And that is why I am being careful the way I relay the message to all of you. Because sometimes you may have a good intention. Oh, my intention is to just let people know the truth, hold on to the truth, follow it, and let us go. Let this truth be our torchlight that will eventually lead us to a sovereign Yoruba nation. Truth only. No lies, no mago, no, you know what I mean? No cook up, no make-up conspiracy, no propaganda, all this, right? So, but I am sharing them with everybody, not because I want to engage in face me, I slap you fight with anybody on social media, okay? And that's why I'm being careful, because some of those things I have to share with you, some of them, so many of you would prefer I don't say anything. In fact, some of you are already reaching out that let's just move on. Let's just, let's leave this. And I'm making people understand something. If you want to jump into a pool, it is always ideal, the right thing to do, to know the depth of that pool. For example, if you want to jump into a river, okay, there are two things you have to please have in mind, even if you are the best swimmer. Number one, the direction and the power of the current of that river. You must know that as a swimmer. Secondly, you must know the depth. How deep is that river? Even if you don't have the complete picture, you must have an idea. And that is why when you are dealing with people, truth sometimes, you know why they said truth died outside the house of lies, treasury, and so many other things. You know why? Because if as truth is that people know the truth, if truth is not well presented, it can become an offense. Some of you may feel offended just because of the way I say some things. I know that. And that is why I am not saying these things or sharing some of this information with you just to engage in face me, I slap you with anybody. They can abuse me. Don't worry. Let them say whatever they want to say. But I can tell you this. A lot of stuff, a lot of moves that are already in place, they are very, very damaging. When I say damaging, they are not damaging to the cause of the Yoruba nation. All of us, from today, remember, as a Yoruba man, who is politically conscious, who is also self-aware, listening to me right now, okay? It is appropriate, legitimate for you to now identify yourselves as Yoruba nationalists. Now, with this, we'll begin to identify those who actually have the idea, who understand the ideology behind a supposed generational movement that should have been more grounded than this. But because of the overzealous attitude of some chancers, opportunists, and the rest of them, who finally found this as a career, let me tell you something, okay? You don't make, number one, nobody is going to fight for our freedom for us. We are going to do that ourselves. We're going to share the responsibility. Everybody is going to get involved and make it a priority. You as a Yoruba nationalist, wherever you find yourself, it becomes your aims and objective, your mission and your vision. What? To represent that ideology. Now, how do we educate the people about the ideology behind this? It's not by being charlatans. It's not by being miscreant on social media. Listen, we pride ourselves as intelligent, composed, educated, advanced people. Then we are not going to let some charlatans turn a noble cause into a mockery. So if you see them abusing me anywhere, okay, if you have time to watch them, watch them. But don't worry yourselves about me, okay? And that's what I wanted to talk about earlier, which is you have to tell yourselves the truth. By understanding yourself, self-aware, you must be self-aware, be self-conscious about things around you, so that one or some group of lunatics, they will not be the people who are now going to be kind of controlling your thoughts in a way that are completely un-Yoruba. And we can't keep quiet. That's the issue. We can't keep quiet. Because in the process of identifying why are we where we are today as a people, we figure out that everything that happened to us has the hand of those who were supposed to fight for us as a people. And today, everything that is happening to us as a people in Yoruba land, the insecurity, the terrible economic situation, the unemployment, the poverty, and so many other things that we are battling with as a people, as part of Nigeria today, there are those who are supposed to be seen, to be ending them. But they are cashing on them. So I was saying that when people are not self-aware, if you don't know who you are, it will be easier for a lot of people, okay, to quickly manipulate you for whatever agenda they want to pursue, even without you. Well, what do I mean? What am I even saying? I said, if you are not self-aware. So because you are not self-aware, right? Every other thing that people can, some stupid things that people can say, they sometimes can just, when they say them confidently, I'm talking about foolish people with confidence, right? When they say things foolishly with confidence and you are there, and you are not really self-aware. There are many times on this platform that people will tell me, Maiyegun, I swear to God, I never even know that that was happening. In fact, I didn't know that is a thing until I saw the video on your platform. So you need to be self-aware. When you are self-aware, right, then it will be difficult for ordinary people to manipulate you, to do their bidding, when indeed, it is all going to be eventually against you. That's what politicians, that's what they do. They tell you what you want to hear. They know you. They are living with you. They are not ghosts. The people that stole the money that could have created a viable economy, jobs, they are living with you. They are spending the money. They are driving all those cars. They are living in those expensive houses. They are taking their families on those expensive holidays. They are there with you. So how are they able to control you this long? How did you become so scared? How did the larger percentage of our people become so scared to even push back or fight back or even speak out? was because the people that are dealing with them are like them. Are you with me? The people that are doing this to you, they are like you. I'm a Yoruba man for 23 years now. The people in charge of Yoruba land, that is part of Nigeria, they have been 100% Yorubas. So if you talk about the poverty level in Yoruba land today, before you put it at the doorstep of Nigeria, you put it at the doorstep of those parading themselves as Yorubas, political representatives. You can't take it away from them. They are there. They made that happen. So when you are aware of that, that means you are very much alive and then conscious of the problem or the problems. And at the same time, you are also aware of the characters behind the problems. Now, look at how that works. You have seen it. Why is Nigeria Naira crashing? Why are the young people jobless? Why are the businesses, right, are no longer profitable? Why are the people becoming more poorer and poorer? All of this, when you now connect all the dots and you see the role everyone is playing, it will be difficult for anybody to now say, now your enemy be that, pointing fingers, and then you say, hey, oh yeah, follow them. Do you understand that? That's exactly the mob mentality that the politicians have been driving on. But unfortunately, that is also the template that many people have become submissive. Oh man, there is nothing we can do. It's not going to happen again. There is no way we can get out of this. We are done for. Nigeria, that cannot, because mentally, Nigeria and the Yoruba political office holders, past and present, who contributed to this, they have broken many of our people psychologically. And that is why, it is so easy for truth to die before you even say something, say anything. Now, the people that are now the product of a ruined system, they are looking for solution. Guess those who are also going to lie to them. Close your eyes for prayer. Oh, I see darkness. Where did you see darkness? Where is the darkness, sir? There's this darkness, this huge one be ahead of you. You're having you're having financial problem. It's true, sir. My business has been struggling. It's been a year to even feed the family right now. And, that's why I came here, sir. I can see all of that. All your businesses, they are struggling. Say, yes, sir. Everything is says, now the people, the so people behind your situation. Now that is because you cannot think. You cannot sit down and just feel like, okay, how did I get to this stage? When did things started going bad? How did my company come by to sack me? How did you know what I mean? By the time you begin to, you just have to trace everything back to, not to devil, but to the negative, evil force that the political class in Nigeria represents. So once they are done with you, they push you to the abracadabra, oli. Salam, everything shall get you more confused so that you can begin to chase shadows. And the more you are deeper in this, which many of us are already deeper into right now, the more you are deeper into it, the more truth will become selective to you. And that is why some people became offended last night. This is just going to be a follow-up to the conversation last night. Just so you know that the same way politicians can manipulate you because of what you care so much about. You care so much about good governance. You care so much about a good life. You care so much about, being able to live your life without any kind of a threat. Politicians know that they brought all of this upon you. So do you think they will not have an idea of how to tell you that they are going to take them away and you're going to believe them, even when you know that they're never going to take them away? Some of you will still believe them anyway. Some of you do believe them right now. So it is because you are mostly what do you call it? You are unaware of yourselves. So other people can quickly use that in your vulnerable state. They can then use that and begin to feed your mind with what you actually want to hear. When people say our people are suffering, our people are suffering for goodness sake, we all agree, yes or no? Yes. Do we agree on the people who brought this suffering on them, and as well as their names and who they are? Yes, we agree. No argument. Of course, Maiyegun, you are right. Then we kind of all agree as well that the damaging role that religion has played in the scheme of things is uncountable, put it that way. So we all agree. So which means somehow, we are all looking for something. And if a lot of people are looking for one thing, there is, and they are mostly on self-aware, so to say, right? They are prone to be vulnerable. And in that process, you are likely going to see the agent commercial or commercial agents who are going to feed that your art, who are going to feed that your fantasy, who are going to feed that your expectation, who are going to feel that your hope. They're going to fill all these spaces in your art with everything you wanted to hear. And in that process, you are going to become just the same thing you are running away from. Or you are going to be entrapped by the same thing you are running away from. Manipulators who see you in your vulnerability, and they want to take advantage of that by feeding you what you want to hear. And if the time comes, you are going to know, you will know that they are lying to you. They are feeding you with lies. Just the same way, many of you are tired of the lies of the political class in Nigeria. You are not interested anymore. You are not going to entertain them anymore. Nothing they say makes sense to you anymore, because you have psychologically detached yourself from them, because you know they lie. I know so many of you who no longer believe in any kind of religious this, prophecy that, pastor this, imam that, babalawo this, mamalawo that. You no longer believe in them, because after you became self-aware, you realize that no, they should be counselors. But most of your problems, you would have to deal with them yourselves. So they no longer make sense to you. When they say something, it doesn't make any sense to you. They can no longer manipulate your mind and say things that you say, oh, because my pastor said it, or because that imam said it, or because somebody dreamed and told you. Because you just be like, listen, I don't believe in all of that. Mind you, I'm not ruling it out for those who do. Or please, when we are talking about something serious, something technical, something physical, please don't bring that in, please. Do you understand? You are self-aware, because we are all looking for something. The Nigerians who are believing the lies of the politicians, who are ready to go and get their PVC to vote for them, they believe that they will give them the good life they are promising them. Some of you know they won't, so you don't believe them, and you will never listen to them. Some people believe that that they don't have job, that they are not married, that they don't have children, and that they are facing insecurity and the rest of them. That somebody can no longer tell them to take anointing oil, to take to take this or that for whatever they are facing, because to them they no longer believe in those anymore. But because we are still all looking for something, for example, look at us who are in the diaspora. I'll tell you something tonight that should make you understand why many of us in the diaspora, why we fell for the lies of those who saw us in our vulnerability. And why truth is constant, and only truth can actually give us peace of mind, can give us the happiness, can bring about the hope that we all desire. But how did we all end up in the hands of these merchants who have turned a noble cause into a commercial business? And as they say, they are now in water. They are now in debt. They are now in the mud. So anybody that try anything with them will receive the water, the mud. But there is something that is constant, like I said, the truth. It was immediately after their 2019 Charade elections that we realized that the Fulani terrorists who have been camping in different parts of our forest, especially in Yoruba land, they have received the renewal certificate to further unleash terror on us. So many of us have projects back in Yoruba land. So many of us who are living abroad, those who have housing projects, those who have farms, those who have, leisure homes like hotels, investment that they have taken back to Yoruba land to create jobs, to at least give back to that land that we all came out from. So the news, it is that bad that majority of us who are so self-aware about what is going on in Nigeria, the characters and the actions of these characters who are also involved in all of this, we are so aware of them. Some of us quickly saw through that we wouldn't have been this so attacked as a people if those who were supposed to keep us safe, by all means, if they have been doing that exactly, but they haven't. But most people back in Nigeria, especially back in Yoruba land, majority of them are in the darkness of what is really going on. But thanks to social media anyway, they still get to know. However, you see all those things that for those who have already invested in Nigeria, for those who have already, I'm talking about Yorubas now who have already invested in Yoruba land, all these investments, they started coming under security threats and so many other threats apart from security. But the security capped it, where majority of them started abandoning some of these projects back in Nigeria. Those who couldn't really abandon theirs, they run at serious loss that they never want to repeat those. Now, all of these are happening. And to some of us, what exactly is the government doing? What exactly are the Yoruba, office holders doing in Yoruba land? We're concerned about those. Then, luckily for us, we realized that there are actually those who have been doing a lot in their own way to curb the level of the insecurity in Yoruba land. Who are these? This is when Oloye Sunday Igboho came into the picture. When he came into the picture, it was easier, it was straightforward, because he was already doing it, spending his money, paying people, mobilizing soldiers, what they call them, soldiers, police, and the rest of them with their guns into the forest, chasing after the terrorists and all that. There was no camera to actually always keep everything show off and the rest. It was like a meticulous job that was being done step by step until he now said, listen, with what we now know, they are not just ragtag rogues who are staying in skeletal places all over Yoruba land. These guys are armed. They have weapons. You see all those weapons you see them display on videos in northern Nigeria, that they have seen them move them in Yoruba land. They have seen thousands of motorcycles, right, migrating in the middle of the night. All this information, right, they now what? They now put credibility to those who actually went back to Yoruba land, who built houses, who built homes, who built businesses, those who built farms. We are talking about a multi-billion naira investment back in Yoruba land that could have added to the economic growth of Yoruba land. More than 60% of them, right, lost their investments. They are watching me. Some of them are watching me and saying, well, that's true, Maiyegun. You know what I mean? So what should we do? So anybody, what is going on? What can we do? So when Oloye Sunday Igboho now said, hey, we need the support of you in diaspora, because it's going to get to a time you may not be able to come back to this country. You see those who return back to Nigeria, some of them started returning back to where they, imagine you have worked so hard in the cold, in the wind, in the all those terrible weather, and you put together your resources and you return back to your homeland to invest there and get people on, right? Now you would have to deal, because of insecurity, you would have to deal sometimes. May God not give us a terrible family, right? Starting from family, you are at the prone of one. If you don't get kidnapped by the organize your kidnapping by your family member, then you are now exposed, okay? Because of insecurity, you are now exposed to other things that are going to threaten that your investment. Some people were returning back. Many people who have I'm just going to work in America after I've been in America for 20 years. Now I'm not getting any younger. I'm going back to my hometown. Now, all these people are now having a second thought, which now sent to some of us a very terrible signal that the way Nigeria is going, it simply means that Nigeria want the rest. They want the best of Yoruba land to die outside Yoruba land without adding any real value to the land by scaring us away. Stay where you are. You are better off where you are. Don't bother coming back here. Leave us with this. God will save us here. Meanwhile, over time, we now realize that even staying away is not enough. It's not keeping us safe. Our family members, our loved ones, they are now in the prone of either being kidnapped or killed. And if it happens, it's just going to be your personal business. So how do we get in? Everyone who is interested in coming together and putting something together, are you with me? Anyone is going to receive our support, trust, truth. We should have been the currency. But unfortunately, what we were running away from politicians, from religious sects, the manipulation and the lies, we ended up running into it for those who they call them self-acclaimed, self-appointed, self-anointed savior of you and I. Now, if you can agree with the truth of the lies that you know with the politicians, if you can partially agree as well with the lies that manipulation used in the name of religion on the people, how dare you then trying to pretend when you notice those who are lying to you in the name of self-determination, in the name of freedom? How dare you pretend? How dare you become selective? That is the bone of contention. Are you with me? The bone of contention. One of the things that I quickly put together when somebody said, if we have to rekindle the mindset of our people, sure you get, and we have saved them, or should I say we have saved ourselves by knowing the truth about Nigeria. All right? To some extent too, because some of you don't really know Nigeria very well. And that is why we have to make sure that you do, because it is going to help your sense of judgment, your sense of thinking. It's going to help in a very, very great way. So like I said, don't worry. If you see any of them that jump there to abuse Maiyegun and the rest, as long as they are not causing any kind of distraction for any of you, okay? If they become insulting in any way, if they become unruly, just call my attention, okay? I can get rid of them. Every one of them is going to be educated. Are you with me? So if we now know that if we want to fight lies, manipulations, propagandas, conspiracies. Some said you have to fight lies with lies. You have to fight conspiracy with conspiracy, propaganda with propaganda, and on like that. But I choose to kind of fight them with the truth. You know, when something is a lie, all you have to do is to present the opposite, which is the truth. And then let the people be the judge. Because people will always buy lies more than they will buy truth. Because it is so painful to realize that sometimes what you are holding on to is a lie. So some people will want to hold on to it. But that won't make it the truth, though. Sure you get? It still won't make it the truth. Even if you manufacture your truth, it will still not make it the truth. Let me tell you some truth tonight, okay? And then I'll give you an idea what we think an ideal organization that indeed want to take the people through the journey of self-determination. I am a Yoruba nationalist, being a Yoruba man. And as a Yoruba nationalist, Omoluabi, Jagidijagan, Ipanle, as we call them, Agidi Ofo, Agidi Talaka, Eshinuwe, Agidi, what do you call it? Paper tiger. All of these are not attributes that you can, or let me say this, all of these are not any kind of attribute that you can attribute to any Yoruba or Moluabi theory. Now, I have told you, I am like a teacher, and I am not in any competition with anyone. If people abuse me, don't in any way, okay, just feel sorry for them, because it simply means that's how they feel about Maiyegun. But when they begin to make up lies and any other thing, you should just present them with the truth. I knew what happened last night, and I knew what the reactions would be. And that is because Maiyegun is self-aware. And being self-aware makes me understand the characters of the people, the character of people I'm talking about. And knowing them one by one simply makes me, in a way, it puts me in control. So I want you, all of you, on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I want you to first of all, right, relax your mind. Anything that comes out of Maiyegun's mouth, make I no lie you. You can say it is the undiluted truth. Some of them I am holding back. As Omoluabi, we realize that even though these people who are trying to tarnish the noble cause, the noble movement, educational movement, liberational movement, and a revolutionary one, by the way, which start from you being revolutionized to stand up and be a nationalist yourself, right? So when you see the characters who are trying to denigrate that, it is ideal to please, let's put the truth where it is. We are not hooligans. We are not thugs. We are not jobless miscreants. We are not thoughtless idiots. Are you with me? We are not, tribal, ethnic bigots. We are not religious, fanatics. We are not any of these. We are Yoruba, and we are not a terrorist. Listen, all these people, all this trade by barter, jeun, that are now going to probably, how should I say, they will be in pain between now and that 31st of December. So you, as a member of MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I want you to sit back, relax, and know that I am holding the reign of the conversation. Apart from them going personal, abusing me, well, the rest of that, That's the only thing they will say to you. But when it comes to the facts, the truth, the one that controls the whole thing, I am holding the rein. I am just being careful so that in the process, I don't get you riled up too much. But I'm going to make you uncomfortable. Truth will make you uncomfortable. Truth makes me uncomfortable myself. And that is why, to become comfortable, I have to say it. They are dropping, just after last night, they told me, 1 second. It be like, say, they won't listen. Just 1 second, though. Yoruba ni mi ò mọ ẹni tó ń bá wí o. But language tó lò yẹn kò wà allowed lórí MaiyegunsDiary. Tó bá jẹ́ èmi ló pè ní olórí burúkú nítorí àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́, mi ò rò pé a máa jẹ́ kí o continue pẹ̀lú wa bẹ́yẹn o. Mi ò sọ pé kí ni mo ti sọ tèmi o. You have the right to be angry. You have the right to do this or that. Sometimes the truth will make you uncomfortable. I agree. But if you call me olórí burúkú simply because of the Baba Àdúrà and the Ìyá Àdúrà, Ìyá Ẹ̀mí, and the rest of those who you call leaders, I don't think you want to stay with us. Sure, you get. So that is a language you shouldn't use, okay? You can disagree with me. You can see that I haven't used any foul language on any of your supposed leaders, because the intention is not really to start any kind of face-off, okay? But it's going to pain you. It's going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to make you, Maiyegun, why are you, all that stuff? The only thing that we are going to damage and destroy is the chalice of lies, that the castle of lie that some of these morons have built for themselves. But here is something. Immediately after last night, are you with me? After last night, the people you call your leaders and the rest, they got the message, and they know I am saying the truth. But some of you who are just ordinary street urchins, jobless miscreants on social media, some of you are ascribing importance to yourself. Good enough. You could use the Yoruba name to do all of that, okay? You have no idea, okay? And I understand that some of you have no idea how terrible they have mismanaged this important movement in a way. And as Yoruba, we won't let you rubbish it totally. We hope you will change, by the way, okay? So after last night, right? Baba Akintoye called Igboho. Guess what? They were accusing Igboho of maybe Igboho was the one that reported them to me. And that Igboho was the one that told me to come and tell you what I shared. So they now called Igboho to please talk to Maiyegun. Now, listen. I understand why they will say they should talk to Maiyegun, because there are some certain things that are going to really show to all of you, right? That indeed they started well. Oh. They started well, and they were going well until some of these miscreants on social media said they are going too slow. They wanted action. Now, action or no action, that is what led them to where they are today. Do you understand? But again, when I say something, there are some things that I will say, I am not saying them because I just want you to hear them. I am sending a message to those who are concerned. And when I mention names, it's because I am not making things up, okay? So Igboho called me this afternoon, and I told him point blank, listen, we've had chat many times. He said, yes. I said, my priority from the word go is to ask you, what exactly is the plan? after this whole attack on you, after this killing in the, what exactly is the plan for you and for your loved ones to start with? He had no answer because there was no plan. Everybody is on social media talking Igbowo this, Igbowo that. They were using Igbowo's name, Igbowo's picture, right? Remember when they locked Igbowo up in Benin Republic, right? Majority of them disappeared. Some of them automatically suddenly turned to pro-Tifnumbu and the rest. You know the story, you know them. So immediately Igbowo got released. Then they opened shops again. But here is the damages I've been telling all of you. Igbowo is being held in Benin Republic. He couldn't go anywhere. And nobody is telling you why. Nobody is explaining why and what is being done, right? Rather, they were printing posters, okay? They are printing posters on social media, right? And they were making different useless, threats, making different threats. Now, they didn't know the damages that is causing. They have no idea because Odun Adeniyi, Aroniyi, you create the problem, and then the people with the two legs, there will be those who have to figure out how to get out of the mess and the rest, and you disappear again. Now, to some of you who probably didn't know why, I had to quickly call the attention of all of you who are believing some of these lies being perpetrated by these wearies. So that's why I said they can abuse me. Let them abuse me. But fact is facts, and lies are lies. You can make up anything. Sure you get. There's no plan for him, including can you believe that on this platform we said we will put together a legal team that will go and get the bodies of Adogon and Alhaji Fatai that they killed inside the Igbowo's house. How many of you care about them anymore? How many of you even remember their family anymore? But they are printing Igbowo's poster, creating another havoc. Igbowo is coming to lead them to declare Yoruba nation. Igbowo is going to this. Igbowo is telling them to go and open border. And these are the faceless rogues that have become nuisance on social media in the name of Yoruba nation. We said we wanted to get the two bodies of the people killed inside the Igbowo's house. How would DSS kill them and take their bodies away? And nothing is being done. You remember that a month ago, we said we would work on that, didn't we? Shall we not talk? Some of you are now asking me, Maiyegun, how come, how far? What happened to you told us that we are going to. What happened? I'm going to tell you tonight what happened. And to this day, their bodies are still there in the hands of the DSS. That's not the only problem. Their wives have been abandoned to the point that the responsibility of their family is now becoming the responsibility of the same Igbowo whose businesses, whose properties, whose everything have completely been what? Destroyed. Yet they were still working, helping him to sell his properties, taking money from him, to go and give to other people. All of these things are the damages I am talking about. But they don't care. One of them said that Maiyegun is talking because they are no longer giving him money. People are just dumb. You're just dumb. Like, I wouldn't know. The money is the smallest thing. That is what is worrying some of them. And that is why they have lost all the track to this day. I spoke to Igbowo today, and I can tell you this free of charge. Èpè ní ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe tó ń pariwo agitation this or that yẹn, àwọn tí wọ́n ń fi orúkọ Igbowo ṣe oríṣiríṣi lórí social media. And I told him today, listen to me. Atotilator ni mi, I am Maiyegun general. Atolórúkọ jẹ́ ni mi. I built everything from the scratch. And that is why I can beat my chest anytime. Somebody said that àyà olódodo ó máa ń le bí irin ni. Olódodo ni Maiyegun. And me on shagaba give me on she bye. Before keto so ile Yoruba di ile bi ti e ti mama payan. Àwa rí wípé wọ́n ṣàyìn ní ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. I told Igboho today, and he agreed. And I told him, listen, Baba, if you are not with them, asking them to go and we are going to go and open the border. You go to the border. Abi, you record yourselves. When you are done, you go back to your house and sleep. Does that then give you the control of the border? Does that then make that you are doing something that is helping Yoruba nation? Thuggery, criminality. Really? I told him, Igboho, you will have to come to MaiyegunsDiary Politico this week. And that's the only thing that I believe that will make us probably have a clearer picture that somehow, indeed, they have not really dragged you into all of this as well. Because we feel so sorry for you that these fraudulent criminals, these people who actually have no care, they don't care about anything Yoruba nation for real. They just want something that is going to be like, oh, yes, tomorrow we are going to do mega rally. To next tomorrow, we are going to do this or that. Then they have something to just say, okay, no, maybe not just that. Okay, Jenny. Okay, you know what? We are going to do this or that. Igboho is going to be this or that. One creates more problems and more problems and more problems. But they are not sharing that. I'll go make another tea. So if they are abusing me, let them abuse me. But we'll tell them the truth. Why? Things that we know. Now, things we all know about the Nigerian criminal politicians gave me my name. The things I know about them that I share with you. That's what gave me my name. That's what gave me my platform. That's what gave me the voice. That is what made this microphone powerful. It's not because of some sudden, what do you call Yoruba nation agitation or what have you. There are people who genuinely want Yoruba land to be safe, prosperous. And they will do anything to make sure that happens. So if we have some low lives who have turned this to their business, I think the best thing is to tell them the truth about the fraud. There are some of, if you are lying for too long, as you get to some point, you're going to begin to believe your own lies. And I've told you this before. If you are somebody who prefer to hide the truth or pretend about it or trying to disguise the truth, you may say you like me, I will advise you to reconsider. Do you really, really want to like Maiyegun? Because I am not that person. And you can call me anything you want to call me. Or you will still put out the facts. And then let the public decide. Let me go make another tea. And don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute. Maiyegun created this platform to make money, and all you can do is to use Yoruba nation as your own money-making machine. I think I get it, which is okay, but we just don't want you to think doing that make you representing the Yorubas. Somebody, Moses something, retorted earlier and he said, you gave order to Igboho to come to your platform. No, I didn't give him order. I gave him choice. That's one thing you should know. Are you with me? That is something you have to know. You see this lege Maiyegun? When they put everyone in the, when they put things where they should be, when they put everybody in their place, this lege Maiyegun is bigger, mightier, heavier than so many of those fraudulent criminal, old and young, male and female, that you are using to garner your other lunatics that you are lying to. You know why? You see this microphone? The voice behind it, the power behind it, transcend the Yoruba land. It transcends the entire Nigeria. It's bigger, but you dare not find out. Some of you are about to find out anyway. You will find out because you have done so much damages. I was talking to him today. I said, Oloye, probably he didn't even know. I said, all over the place right now, if your case is to be proven anywhere, number one, there is this dragnet that makes you, what do you call it? Their golden goose, laying the golden eggs. So if you leave Benin Republic, it is going to expose all other fraud they have built around you. Sure, you get. They won't be able, because they won't be able to get credibility anymore. And once they don't have any credibility anymore, it won't take time. And I told him, I said, what do you think will happen when those who receive the your case, or let me see, the proof of your case or defense of your case in any part of the world, what do you think they will see when they go on social media or online and they see the threats, headlines that says, you said this, you will do this, you will do that, when you are just telling me right now that you have no idea about it? So when I told her, I said, Oloye, ojú àfọ̀ fọ̀tán, ìjà ló ń dá sílẹ̀. Kò yé? Ojú, if I were blind, if you know blind fully, na wahala e dey cause. Because person will be blind man, where everybody believes saying don't blind, but in they see small, you can't dey poke am. And he grab your hand and say, is that what you do to me because you believe I'm blind? I said, Digbowo, Oloye, all these characters, all these options on social media, dropping your name everywhere. Our leader, our mama, our gba, and the rest of that. If you are not one of them, then you would what? You probably would have to say it. Because number one, I didn't know when you became the person that would declare Yoruba nation anyway. And he laughed. But do you know other things, Other things going on that they are not sharing with you. I will share them with you. And that is why I said, you don't need to, you know what I mean? You don't need to fight that much. I'm going to open the line at some point. You will call in. Sure you get. Call in. Don't. You see, some of you, what will happen is this. You are pained. You are angry. You are kind of, you know what I mean? I understand. But can you tell any of your supposed leaders, any of those of you, any one of you, to at least do a 10 minutes video explaining step by step how you are going to take us to that Yoruba nation. That will not be fight, it's just a challenge, but you would rather abuse, you would rather call names, you would rather do whatever you want to do. They have done Igboho dirty. All this Olori Buruku rada that are calling others Olori Buruku you. They have done Igboho dirty. And I'm not going to be the one to tell you. You better start going and pressurizing him now, not to come. It is your job. Oh. Let me give you an assignment. Oh. I didn't beg anybody to call me. I didn't beg anybody to reach out to me. Now, program I do. And then I want leader you better see disturb. Sure you get. Then he had to call me. I didn't call him. So you can quickly just go back and pressurize him. Maiyegun said this. I ordered you. No, whatever you like, say. I have given him and everybody the chance to say their own side of this whole mess. Because what I have, like I told you, they are truth. that you will have to have the exact facts to debunk them, and you have no idea what I have access to. Okay, so we said that we wanted to it's so sad. From from July last year, when they went to Igboho's house and they killed 2 people. Alhaji Fatai, who happened to be Igboho's brother, they killed his friend, Adogon. I hope you still remember. Let me see if I still have the image. They killed these 2 people inside Igboho's house, right? And they took their bodies away. So when they took their bodies away, in our efforts to get Oloye Igboho out of the what do you call it? The legal detention, they locked him up in Benin Republic, which they turned to commercial. They started using Igboho's detention in Benin Republic, became a money-making machine for the people who claim to be Ilano, by the way. So I'm going to show you all of that at some point. So don't worry yourself. Call me names, abuse me, do whatever you want to do. But I can tell you, a house built on a house built with Spitu. Ile tabafi tomo, iri lo ma wo, iri to ma wo, lo nfe yo, ijiti eko. So you can call me names, call me whatever you want to call me. But this one is a fact. So they quickly had to, they said Igboho was comfortable being locked up inside prison. So I said, that's impossible. That doesn't make any sense. This is absolute nonsense. So within a week or 2 that they realized that we are moving, suddenly Igboho got released. You know the story. Then a month or 2 later, they told us that the bodies of these 2 men, that DSS took the bodies away. So how could they take the bodies away? What is going on? What are the legal moves we have to make? What should we do? I said, if it is money, we will give you money. Look at these Ashiris that are saying Maiyegun is complaining because he is not getting money. This Olori Bruku Ashiri. And guess what? None of them actually visited any of the family of these people, their wives or anything. Nobody even get any contact with them. They are forgotten. Except for the people who are actually related to them, their family. Those are the people who haven't forgotten them. They are shouting, we are going to fight. We are doing this. We are doing that. Osheo, I'm using Igboho for show. That is the same thing. I am trying to, in a way, kind of let you realize how and why Igboho will always pop up in our conversation. Okay? Igboho is in no way of monetary advantage to anybody on this platform. Nothing personal. But how did Igboho become our business? Yes, it became our business from the first day, right? That we have been giving him support, financial support. Somebody like myself, we are among those who actually gave our own money. Not just that, we didn't just give our money. I also use this my platform to raise money that goes straight into the hands of those who are likely going to abuse Maiyegun eventually. How did Igboho become our business? Because Oloye Sunday Igboho, through this platform that you are on today, he has benefited personally a financial benefit that supported his own personal support and then his legal support that is over 10 million naira. Not just that. How did Ilano become our business? It's because this same platform, MaiyegunsDiary Politico, is instrumental into providing and processing over 15 million naira that goes into the hands of different people who said they were working for you, for Yoruba nation. This is how they became our business. Now, when you now figure out later that the people you intentionally wanted to help because their cause is for the generality of all of us, and you realize that they are fraud. So do you turn around and say somebody is using Igboho to make a show? To back in Sholori Bua Abunu Okponu. That's how they became our business. We invested in helping them because they asked. for our help. I hope that answers your question, right? So in the process of us helping, trying to say, how could you get attacked because you said you are defending Yoruba, you are standing up for Yoruba land? Where are the Yorubas that you are standing up for? Where are the Yorubas you said you are speaking up for? Where are they? Then we showed up. That's how it became our business. That is how Maiyegun knows better about what many of you don't know. I don't know if that answers your question. It's not about answering, it's just about the truth. Truth, only truth. Do you understand that now? Mimi, like I said, I am just here to help you understand that those who wants to manipulate you in your own vulnerability, like the politicians, the religious, this, just as the same as these jobless criminals. How could they take their bodies away? What should we do? It's been over 7 months, for goodness sake. What are you doing about it? I remember speaking to Baba Akintoye about it. I said, Baba, if it is money, we will give you money. We can't let these people be rotting away in a DSS morgue, for goodness sake. They said, they are already working on it. They said they are already working on it. This was December 2021. They said they are already working on it, that the DSS, they are going to release them soon. This is December 2022. It's over a year now. So we were unable to do anything because it became a competition. And it shouldn't be a competition. So they pushed that back. And to this moment, these people are still in the DSS morgue. And these are Shiris. Àwọn ìyá ẹ̀mí, àwọn ìyá òmìnira 2022. They are no longer talking about them because probably talking about them will say, let us go and raise money. We need to raise money to release them. We didn't even ask them that we want to raise money. We said, we want to get lawyers that will get them out. Rather, they want us to give them money so that they can go and get there. I said, no, we're not going to do that. Because they were able to make us part with our hard-earned money on this platform. 4.8 million naira. That's how much they took from us and gave to Olaje Ngbesi, the person that's supposed to be the lawyer. Human rights fighter. But he's there negotiating with the DSS. They're illegally. Even when there was a court judgment, so a court judgment said the raid on Igbowo's house is illegal. But yet they were pressuring. You need to see the pressure. Igbowo is alive. Maiyegun, see, they have called me. Maiyegun, eba mi fún wọn ní 3 million more. 1.8 million tẹ fún Oladele yẹn. Oladele is alive. Òun náà ń bú mi o. But ebumi osilenu majority one. I swear to God. So many of you. Ebumi osilenu yin. Ìpọ̀nrí ajá kọ́ ló máa bẹ́kùn ní bùbá. Ẹ lọ wojú mi dáadáa. Ebumi osilenu yin. Because àwọn tẹ́ ń tẹríba fún. Àwọn tẹ́ ń tẹríba fún. Àwọn ń tẹríba fún Maiyegun ni pé Maiyegun, in fact, ìbà rẹ̀ kì í dẹ́ ṣe tọ́jọ́ orí. It's not because of age. So when you want to help, sometimes you must realize that there are people that are milking or profiting from other people's agony. So I kept all of this to myself all this while, waiting that I will hear a breaking news. I will hear a breaking news that they have released them so they can get a proper burial. On this platform, we said, how about we reach out to the family? How about we do this or do that? Guess those who shut them down. Ilanomo Udua. So how do you think I should know that truth? And then I begin to package it, begin to package the lie. So that because I just want to make sure that I say something you want to hear. I tell you what you want to hear, not what you should know. Those who are saying that, oh, so if you are my friend before and you don't like me anymore, I understand. It simply means you have never been my friend. You know what my granddad, my late grandfather told me? He said, truth will not win you many friends, but it will win you the true friends. So don't pretend that because, you know, I've spoken glowingly about, we thought they were going to actually do the right thing until, surprisingly, they started telling us that they have signed petition, they are going to declare this, they are going to declare that, and then suddenly, that became a controversy. Where is it coming from? What happened to the victims of this whole struggle who are suffering in silence? What are they doing for them? Nothing. Absolute nothing. So when I now spoke to Igbowo today, we spoke for about half an hour, or if not up to an hour. And it was just like two brothers talking, like, Oloye, báwo ni gbogbo ẹ ṣe wá dì báyìí? Who are those around you that have decided to reduce you to this? And you said you are not in any way in it with them. No, Maiyegun, honestly. And so many other things I heard today. So if you are abusing me before, are you with me? And you are offended with what I have said, I have told you, grab your phone and call in. Come and say it to my face. Okay? Because I'm not saying that I'm a saint. I'm not a saint, and I don't intend to be one. But if I know that something is going to harm the people I actually care about, I don't pretend about it. I don't care who is doing it. I'm sorry, Jerry, Cynthia. You know, sometimes when I concentrate, I don't, I kind of lose the super chat. I'm sorry. So Cynthia, I've gotten your super chat, so I'll read it. Maiyegun, don't be angry at this question, but I want to ask you, has the Nigerian government ever contacted you? Again, don't be annoyed though. No, I won't be annoyed. You know, one of the answer to your question is no. And let me tell you this. This is one of the free make-believe that kind of people painted to make people who are not really relevant, that relevant, to start sounding like they are relevant. Look at me very well. I am Maiyegun. I don't know how people see me. I don't know how many of you see me. But I can tell you this free of charge. I don't think I am actually relevant that much to be contacted by anyone from Nigeria. So, realizing that, you then realize that even me, myself, I know one thing. I have no real political value to turn things here or there, except for those who are going to be looking for those to blame for why they can no longer give you Yoruba nation by the 31st of December. They will tell you, they have contacted Maiyegun. Nigerian government, I have evidence, I have this, I have that. But ask yourself, if I tell you to do something now, would you do it? So, what I have learned so far is that when you tell lies, you are going to need a lot of more lies to back this up. For example, if you told people and said, we have written letters to this particular organization or this particular international body. Let's say you've written a letter. The first thing you would do to prove that you have written any letter at all is that to show the confirmation of the receipt, the content of that letter, the receipt of that letter, that will be established. I say, well, as a fact, we saw that. If the letter gets any response, it will be called follow-up. Sure you get. Now, if you now get to a stage whereby you run out of options. And people are asking, what is next? What are we going to do now? What should we do next? And you are there. What should I tell them? It means you have to manufacture more lies. And guess one thing about lying? When you lie and lie and lie and lie and lie to the point that you will begin to believe your own lies. Honestly speaking, you begin to think. Just same way people who do bad things. Maybe first time they feel bad. Second time they feel like, okay, it's not that bad. Third time they feel like it's normal. And every time afterward, it is just normal. If you now react somehow about it, they'll be like, why are you reacting like that? Are you with me? So a man's word should be his bond. Okay? I don't have the value that will make anybody contact me. With what? On what basis? Maiyegun, we want you to help us stop Yoruba nation. Really? Like, do you really think somebody can do that? That means you don't know me. Sure, you get me now? So it become your truth. You know what I mean? When you say, I am speaking for 50 million Yorubas. No, you are not. Come on, shut up. You are not. You might be speaking in line with what majority of the Yoruba people all over the world will agree to. That doesn't make you a self-appointed speaker for the Yoruba people. Now, when you begin to live in that, and everybody is like saying, well done, Kushel. How many times have people have been trying to tell me here, Maiyegun, in fact, if you can just do this, and I said, listen, I have dealt with people. In fact, I have dealt with people who are like so engrossed with hope that they have built themselves. How would they make it happen? It's in their own world. Or in the process, I get to know that majority of them are never who they say they are. So I learned a bigger picture. I mean, a bigger lesson there. So Cynthia, if any Nigerian government, they won't be able to. I am not contactable. Are you with me? People who know me will tell you. You can't reach out to me. I wish I could be like, somebody that is reachable, but I'm not. And it is one of my weaknesses. So if you now come to me, one of the reasons why people in Nigeria don't come to me is because they are always afraid that I may record their calls, which I will record. So I have said that many times on my program. If you call me and you begin to talk about how Maiyegun could be helpful in anything that is pro-Nigeria. In this case, I'm talking about the rogue system. Of course, I'm going to record you. Don't you think it will make sense to actually share that with people? So, Cynthia, it is pretty much about what is the truth you want to take? Do you want to cherry pick? Do you think this is going too far? Because it touches the things you care about. Do you understand? If you have been watching me from the beginning, Cynthia, you will realize that I intentionally started with the layers and the foundation for what people consider as truth. Would you agree if the truth about your religion is actually said? Would you wholeheartedly agree and then condemn whatever is wrong about it? Or you would rather find some excuses? You know what I mean? So same thing goes to what you love. People can scam you if you are looking for enough, enough money to do something, and you are looking for where they can double your money. So in that process, you are prone to be scammed and to be duped. Same thing is that when people who have come under the attack, state-sponsored attack, as a people, when they come to a point where it seems like all hope is lost, right? Now, everyone who could probably say the right thing to you are likely going to be your comfort, your own permanent comfort zone. For somebody to now come and say, that place you are sitting right now, that your comfort zone, is actually a fluke. And whatever they have built it on, it is about to collapse. And when it collapses, are you prepared for it? Now, this is the truth. Now, how do you think? Or do you not think that personally I have thought about how people are going to take it? Some will say, "Gbogbo aṣọ and salorun." Are you with me? Which is a common saying. No be everything we they say for public. This one don't say it outside. Because people will prefer to hide their own what do you call it? Their own biases or no, to hide their own wrongdoings. Nobody want to be condemned, right? Nobody want to be judged. Nobody want to be responsible. And if the Nigerian system is filled with irresponsible people, where we have millions of those who are giving excuses for their own oppressive leaders, should we also have that mentality? Going into a new nation that we are saying will be far, far better than Nigeria. And this is where that comes in. So it will be uncomfortable. Oh no, somebody said he's watching me with a teary eye. I understand. They have put you in a position, a very, very, very uncomfortable position. And they put all of us in that position. But it takes so much courage to stand up and say, can you please come out and explain this? You have seen them many times. You have seen. So when they run out of all this, like I said, they will need more lies. Lies like agent of Nigeria government in he is the one working against Yoruba nation. Guess those who are going to tell you all of this? They are the same people, beggy people with no real plan. If you start asking them questions, they are so empty. They are so empty that it is so annoying. I'm serious. When you begin to ask them questions like, okay, how about this, how about that? They will become angry and agitated. Why are you asking? Don't you have faith? They will turn it into what Nigeria will turn you into. Nigeria will begin to say, don't you have faith? Can't you just believe? Can't you just pray? That's not the kind of a country we want to be in. Daughter of Sarah. Another one is that I am not trying to lead you. You see, that's the problem. So some of you, all this thing are competition. Una no get sense in it. Which of these characters in his own or her own capacity can even defend himself or herself, talk less of defending you? We are getting lower and boruka. I am not here to be your leader. I am not here, right, to promise you Yoruba nation. I am here to tell you that there is no Messiah. There is nobody coming to save you. You will save yourselves. And to save yourselves, it involves work, the work and commitment and dedication. Who is here to be your finally buying? Somebody like me will look at you in your face, and if you are dumb and stupid, I will say it to your face. I won't pretend about it. So why would somebody like me want to be your leader, who is pretty much going to be somebody who is going to whip you into line with words and action, make you do the job, and stop trying to create what is not? Igbowo is in Benin Republic. He needs help. He needs our help. He needs our support. And you are on social media making threats, making mouth, making all of this and all of that, looking for who to actually call is our enemy and the rest. Nobody wants to be your leader or the leaders of buffoons who can't think. You need a team of dedicated people who know what they are doing. Listen, I was having a chat with somebody. Somebody said, what is the solution? I was having a chat with Taiwo. You know, that member of the temple who personally feels like we should start laying the foundation for what we can call our own, what do you call it? the roadmap, something that you can relate with. Now listen to this. This is just a framework. So we said, for example, the Yoruba Union. So as an organization with the aims of connecting with the people and make them our ally, the people have to be the ally of any movement you are doing before you can begin to say, I am speaking for these people. We need to see them. We're not talking about the social media, idiots that want to turn this whole thing into a charade, a circus show. Okay. Now, with the objectives of using our people-oriented programs to bring to life importance of a sovereign Yoruba nation and let the people drive it. The people have to be the driver of any movement, and they have to be the driver on a foundation that they can trust, a foundation that has a real structure enough that can attend to all of their yearnings. So we drafted something out. We call it the team. Now, this is being developed in different stages now, and it's going to be open when it is finally ready. And it is open for anybody's adoption. If they don't have a way of telling you how to get Yoruba nation, well, we'll tell you, we'll educate you, and you can choose which of the noose you want to tighten around your neck. And you will not blame anybody and say, oh, well, it's because I didn't know. Now, listen to this, though. For an organization that really want to care for the emergence of an organized, orderly, safe, secure nation, it has to start from practice, where you have professionals, intelligent people, researchers that can put things together, data that can be worked with, prevent in a way insecurity, prevent the economic downturn, and so many ways in many capacities. So we put them together like this. So you will have a team, and then you know what will be? We will need about 43 dedicated Yoruba nationalists who actually care about Yoruba people, not the right? So starting with the planning, research, and strategy, there will be a team for that. There should be one. Then when you go to the health research and support, there is a team for that. When it comes to education, youth development, and sports, there should be a directorate for that. Also, when it comes to the Council of Kings or the Council of Obas in Yoruba land, their data and their title, as well as their kingdoms and all that, there should be a directorate for that when we are talking about leading to a nation of ours. Also, there should be a team that is in charge of the financial dealings, auditing and auditor general. There should be a group for that in an organization that is a movement that is looking into the sovereign nation of Yoruba. Now, you have to have a directorate of history, translation, or whatever we want to call it at the time. Yes, there should be those who are commissioned to put together the history of Yoruba land in this modern time, the older now, translate them and make them become accessible materials for all of the Yoruba sons and daughters in order to tell them who they are and why they should never settle for less. There should also be a directorate that a team of experts, surveyors, border experts, immigration officers, and the rest of them, retired and all that, who have to be a part of a team that will take care of every land border, provide information about them. Where exactly do we have and call the land of the Yorubas? Who and who want to be part of the Yoruba nation? How do we integrate everyone together and build a bottom-up, sort of a pyramid that is bigger from the bottom to be uprooted rather. So there should be a directorate for conflict resolution, a place where members can easily go for resolution of any kind of a conflict or what have you as a group across the land. There should also be a directorate for registry and then, ancestry trace and the rest, which means that those who are going to tell you, what does it take to become a member of a nationalist, Yoruba nationalist, and the rest. So now what he did, which I love, Igbimoma Jekobaje Ile Yoruba is the name of the Yoruba Union, right? So this team put together, they said, our vision should be to bring to reality the sovereign Yoruba nation, a nation that will be among the world power few years from our inception, with that goal, with that vision, which is great. And then a mission, according to Taiwo, from his own archive, a mission is to connecting with the people from all races all over the world and make them our strong allies in the cause of Yoruba sovereign nation advocacy. It didn't stop there. Objectives. What could be our objective? What will be when they are finally developed? Start with 1. Doing a good number of people-oriented programs that will awaken the people's awareness and knowledge about the importance of non-negotiability of a sovereign Yoruba nation. Now, you can start when you have a team, you can say the Yoruba nation is non-negotiable, and you will mean it when you have people who are actually working behind the scene, whose aims and objectives is to ensure this is indeed implanted in every Yoruba son and daughter who actually want freedom. You will do it. And number 2, as part of the objective, should be awakening the resoluteness of the lovers of Yoruba sovereign nation to give their all and bring the nation to reality and life. I like that. Also, building an organized, centralized, and one organization that will lawfully, legitimately, and legally enforces Nigerian government, developed nations, and United Nations to give in for referendum to be conducted towards the reality of Yoruba nation. Yorubas will decide for Yoruba, and to make Yorubas decide for Yoruba, there must be a road map to achieving the collective goal, aim of saying this is what we want. And that's a lot of job. It is beyond social media, just all of you will have to do a physical one, serious one. 43 people could make this happen. So we have departments. That's what Taiwo broke them into. We will have up to 16 departments. They will start with, again, planning and research strategy, women and children development, health, education, youth and sports, traditional religious intercession, security and safety, communications and then orientation, finance, audits, land and border information and resolutions, history translation, secretariat, registry and ancestry, conflict resolution. 14, legal department or legal team, traditional rulers affairs, agriculture. Now, we can actually even if you have Yoruba Obas, which we all know, a lot of people are hostile. They are Yorubas, but they are hostile to the message of Yoruba nation, Yoruba sovereign nation, Yoruba, Yoruba security, Yoruba this, Yoruba that, and they feel like the message is not being well delivered. So they are mostly anti that. So how do you build something that cuts that into half? How do you make half or more of Yoruba Obas, not just to support the emergence of the the autonomous to start with, even if it's going to be autonomous Yoruba region where we actually start practicing controlling our own affair. Now, people can make that happen. You just need to get the real people on board. And I'm not just talking about just anyone. I'm talking about people who are committed, who are not joining and doing this because of how much money they will get. You know what I mean? But I will not know the truth and keep quiet, even if it offends you. Okay? So they've just told me now that they want to call in. They want to talk. I should indeed open the line, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. So thank you very much. I am going to go make myself another cup of tea. Okay. So when I get back, I'll take calls and then we can call it a night and we can go and wait for the other backlashes. Let me tell you something. if they are looking for somebody to blame for why they are not going to give you Yoruba Nation in December, see, Maiyegun is the number one person they are going to tell you is the reason. So I'm telling you from the on-go now, because like I said, when you build something on lies, you are going to need a lot of lies to cover it up. Sure you get. But you see this microphone, it will never stop talking. Sure you get me now. So thank you very much. I will open the line. When I get back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Princess, she want be.
Baba.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
So
you are the first caller tonight. So I'll let you speak.
Yeah. Mo ń ka gbogbo comment section látara mi tí wá ara mi gan ò yá mi ò ní energy púpọ̀.
Báwo ni birthday ọmọ yín lánàá? Bóyá yẹn ló tẹ̀ náà kí yín ni àbí? Ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yín kan ṣe birthday lánàá.
Òun ló knock mi.
Last one, okay.
Òun gangan
So
ló knock
I can keep you then. So you can easily just drop it and continue to rest there. So, you know.
Yeah. Maiyegun.
Ma.
À ń dá àwọn èèyàn lóhùn àbí à ń try láti explain àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ fáwọn èèyàn. Kò ń ṣe nǹkan téèyàn máa ṣe.
Yeah.
Mo ti sọ rí ń bí pé tí ọmọdé bá ń purọ́ tágbàlagbà bá ń sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wọn máa yàtọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn kan máa wà caught up nínú irọ́ yẹn. Àwọn kan yẹn àwọn tó bá ń ṣe critical thinking ìdí òótọ́ làwọn yẹn máa jókòó sí. Àdèlè wa máa bá àwọn tí orí wọn ò pé tààrà ká máa bá wọn a máa pẹ̀lú ọ̀bọ jáwùrà nìyẹn. Èèyàn ò kí ń sọ fún mo táìpù kankan sí Bujú lálẹ́ yìí pé nínú èèyàn ni wèrè wà nínú wèrè lèèyàn náà wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So tí a bá pọ̀ torí wa bá pé ó máa ń wà alright. Àwọn èèyàn tó kù tí wọ́n máa fall in line tó bá yá. Téèyàn bá ń parọ́ fún èèyàn a sọ pé kinní ṣé àwọn kan ò tiẹ̀ rò pé kí ló dágbò ojú kò sí Kútọ̀nù.
Wọn ò really care. Má jẹ́ kí n parọ́ fún yín. Yẹ mo sọ yí pé
No, because kí ló dá Ìgbòho? Why is he still at Cotonou? Who is holding him down there? Where are his travel documents? Are they with him?
No, they've confiscated.
Ìyàwó ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ mẹ́fà pẹ̀lú has been doing a back and forth. And one thing I tell myself every now and then is this, bá a ṣe lè bá àgbàlagbà jà.
Wọ́n ní kẹsàn-án òyìnbó.
Àgbàlagbà náà ṣe lè bọ́ pẹ̀lú jà.
Please mix it up for everybody. For those who don't, since I presented it in Oyinbo.
Yeah, the way you can, there are some things you can't do. Yeah,
that's right.
You can't fight a child, a young man, because he has that agility, he has the strength. He has everything in place for him. He has years in front of him.
That's right.
You can't fight him. You won't win. So when you see the younger ones coming up, and see when you are everywhere, you tend to pick negative and positive energy. It is normal. I am not saying people should not search around for the truth. I am not saying they should not look elsewhere for things, but you get a wrong message. Yeah, it's just like when you have children in the house. And your husband is saying no every now and then, and you are saying yes to them. All wrong, You teach your children how to handle disappointment, yeah? I don't say yes to my kids every time. It is not because I don't have those things to give to them. I am preparing them for days where they will be out there, and they won't make themselves an object of ridicule like this. Bunch of fools in the comment section. You handle the feet and you handle your wings.
You brace yourself up and then you pick up again.
It is just what it is. You can't have adults throwing tantrums and you will be exchanging words with them.
I get that.
I was surprised. Abi was answering. Justice was answering them. Emma ba peluwere. Èèyàn tí wèrè ń gbélé kò yàtọ̀ sí èèyàn tó ń gbé pẹ̀lú èèyàn gidi ni. Wèrè ti rub off lára majority of them. Wèrè kan wà nínú comment section tó ní princess wèrè wo èmi ò rán ìyá yín iṣẹ́. I know what I know. Èkó lèmi ń gbé mi ò sá lọ lóyìnbó.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n tó pa mí lẹ́rìn princess.
I am in Lagos, Nigeria. Mo ń gbọ́ bàbá.
Princess, ẹ̀wọ̀n tó pa mí lẹ́rìn sí. You are still just advising me not to mind them in the comments and somebody just throw one and you're share. How many minutes do you think it will take you before you start answering? If it was you.
Bàbá mi ò rọ̀ àwọn iṣẹ́ Ìgbòho tó wà ní Kútọ́nù tí ò lè kúrò ńbẹ̀. Tí Ìgbòho bá wọ Nàìjíríà lẹ́ni Maiyegun kí ló rò pé ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀? What do you think will happen?
We all know what will happen.
Gbogbo ọmọ nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. So who is keeping him there? Who is holding him down there? What have they threatened them with? What have they threatened Kotonu government with?
And what are we doing?
But their population is about maybe 15 million.
What are we doing on our own side?
What are we doing about it? What are we doing about this freedom? Àwọn bàbá náà ní jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. I know that for a fact. Àwọn bàbá ò lè jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ máa wo situation. And bí àgbàlagbà ṣe máa handle nǹkan yàtọ̀ sí báwa ṣe máa ṣe.
Right.
While we were growing up, we had this upbringing of, má wojú àgbàlagbà tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ káwọ́ ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn, put your hands behind you. You have to bow down when they are talking to you. Our children don't do that anymore. They are freer. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, and they handle things differently. There are some things my children talk about that I don't even know. And these are 7, 9-year-old kids.
Because they ask questions, they are trained, they are raised to ask questions, not to keep quiet.
Exactly.
Shut up your mouth. Keep your mouth shut. Don't ask.
So some people are raised to survive, Maiyegun, and some people are raised in love. You have to know, struggle ile ńlá ni, wèrè máa wà ńbẹ̀ o. There are lots of mad people in there. There are normal people there. There are normal people there. Àwọn adẹ́tẹ̀ wà ńbẹ̀ tó wẹ́ ní kúra. Àwọn olófò wà ńbẹ̀. Àwọn ológo wà ńbẹ̀. So if Igboho is coming out and saying, okay, kí ni reason tó fi kó gbé Igboho sí Kotonu? Tí Igboho bá wọ Nàìjíríà, kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Kí ni tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá wọ Nàìjíríà? So we should all think, and èèyàn kan wá, màmá kan wá, ó sọ fún mi pé Jésù gbọ́rọ̀ fún wọn. Jésù ò lè gbọ́rọ̀ fẹ́yìn ni àbórí burú ni.
Àwọn ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ làwọn.
Àbórí yìí sára ni.
Ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ làwọn.
Àwọn tó ń ṣe ara. Èèyàn kan wá ṣẹ̀kẹ́ ródóródó, wọ́n sá pé wọ́n ti gbé ìran yẹn wá fún mi. Wọ́n ti máa wò pé ṣé ilé ayé lẹ́ni ìwà àbí àbágbede méjì ayé òun ọ̀run. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹ́ gan ni.
Ó jọ ẹ̀gọ́ lọ. Tó bá wá ti wá dé wọ́n lè ní oògùn lọ ń lò fáwọn. Irọ́ dẹ̀ ni kò sẹ́ni tó ń lo oògùn fún yín.
Oògùn kí ni? This is our program wey don brainwash àwọn wèrè yìí ni. Àwọn church àṣẹ tiwọn they deal with you in your churches, they deal with you on your platform where you do your thing. They're messing you up everywhere. Have you ever sat down to do a critical thinking? Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Majority of these people don't have one atom, one bit of integrity in them.
They can't defend themselves, see. They are now thumping their chest that they are fighting for me.
You keep going back. Ever declare, Lou. Ever will declare. I'm a padà wo third mainland yẹn o. Ṣọwọ́ lẹ fẹ́ fi wo àbọ̀ ṣépè fún yín ni.
Now, èpè ló ń jà wọ́n.
Ṣáyé ń bá mi ṣe yín ni. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ jókòó kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fínú yín. Think.
Princess,
it is a very free thing.
Let me take another one.
Ọ̀gá òkúrọ̀jú Maiyegun Ọlọ́run àlà ẹnu eléyìí o.
Tèmi gan tó wọn. Yẹn mo sọ pé all of you on MaiyegunSdiary Politico, you should not worry. Yeah, let them say things. You know what I mean? The only thing they will be able to say is that maybe they will say Nigeria don't pay him, or is working for this or that.
Sorry, platform. Ó sọ pé fẹ́ run program ẹ̀ fún ẹ. Kò yẹ kó mọ̀ pé wèrè ń gbélé ẹ mímì.
Ayé ń ṣe ni. Ayé ń bá mi ṣe.
Mímì kò yẹ kó mọ̀ pé wèrè dáyé ẹ̀ kọjá kó tó bí ẹ. Kò yẹ kó mọ̀ pé wèrè jí ìyá ẹ̀ dán lọ́nà ọjà.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé call mi. Princess, can you nice evening?
Èyí tí wèrè wà ní DNA yìí.
You go to say na only me get bad mouth, abi. Some of you, you are very good as advisors, special advisors. If all of you, if you are let out to react, they go say, man, Maiyegun, na ele asylum ni be you. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Baba.
My boss is Kalale because
Try.
Yeah.
You know, okay. Àwa náà ta ti ń jẹ ṣàkóńlẹ̀ tá à ń retí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀
àwọn àti ń dẹ trap yẹn lẹ ilẹ̀ tí ń jẹ́lẹ̀ lájọ́ jẹ́ pé mo ọjọ́ tí gbogbo kí ni máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ àníṣe Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ lórí Maiyegun bàbá Ìgbòho ń bọ̀ lórí Maiyegun's Diary lọ́sẹ̀
mo lọ wá pọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dàbí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣe ń dání
ṣé pé sísìn fíìmù ni
tó wo fíìmù lọ́rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn bàbá ṣé ẹ mọ bí tí n bá jẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mo ti bọ́ sínú gáréèjì ní ìsọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa báyìí ọmọ baálé balógun ojú fàṣẹkẹrẹ má dé lọ́yọ̀ọ́ ilé tó ń sọ̀rọ̀
gbèrè
mo kàn náà mo kí gbogbo ilé mo kí gbogbo everybody nílé lóko lọ́nà everybody Ahmed Daoluwa Princess gbogbo ẹ̀yin brethren lọ́tún lósì ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ kó bàjẹ́ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ kó bàjẹ́ lọ́tún lósì kí lè mú kọ́nà. ẹ ṣé o
àwa náà kí ọmọ balógun o.
gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fi ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá agitation Yorùbá nation tẹ́ fi ń ṣe jẹun kiri ẹ ṣé ibi tẹ́ bá wa dé o ẹ ṣé lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ adúpẹ́ o ó ti wá tó gẹ́ báyìí ẹ ṣé. Please, all our other followers, people that usually come to this class to come to this next one, I'm so sorry I've just drifted away into my language there. But let me just quickly do that madness and I'll come back to it. Because afẹ́fẹ́ ti fẹ́ àti èrè fúra rẹ̀.
a ti rí tán wa àdẹ̀fẹ́
èmi ti ń róríṣiríṣi mo ti ń róríṣiríṣi because àwọn èèyàn wọ́n bí lè pè bí idiot là pé ló máa ń pè wá ló máa ń pa àwọn èèyàn because ẹ máa ṣe program ẹ máa ní ẹ sáré bá mi send voucher mo èmi rí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ní tí mo fẹ́ fi ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ ṣe lè ẹ ṣá òye understand àti sí
èèyàn kan sọ mi gbọ́ náà sọ pé ẹjọ́ ẹ fún mi ní star ẹjọ́ ẹ fún mi ní super chat àti ọ̀la ní birthday mi o ẹjọ́ ẹ torí Ọlọ́run gbogbo yẹn ṣe
can you imagine ẹ wá gbé fọ́tò Sunday Igboho sẹ́yìn àti bàbá
Akíntóyè tó bá ti gbé síbẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi ọmọ akọni lórí.
Gbé fọ́tò everybody kọ́ abẹ́ nínú aṣọ lọ́dún lédè. So now let me just go back to English after all that. I'm so sorry to all other listeners. All these things I have been seeing them online myself. You understand? All this madness I've noticed them, but I've just been waiting. You remember I called in a time ago, like a long time ago, like that, and I said, when you start this program, I cannot wait because I know Maiyegun, I know my GO. My GO will not feel do pay for me because I've known you for a long time.
I expect them to come out and say I lied, but what I've been hearing is that Maiyegun is a scam. Maiyegun is this, Maiyegun is that. But guess what? Now me actually gave them money. How can I be a scam when I gave them money?
I think
when I gave them millions of naira, I gave it to them. I have evidence of that. So, say Nami come be the scam. I was expecting them to say, "Oh, you lied. What you said there is a lie." No, they rather abuse me.
So now, I can see them in the comment section and everything. It's all the way they are all sent some certain people to start saying rubbish already. You understand? And these things that have come out, Maiyegun, me, I cannot commend you enough. It's a perfect time, and I'm thanking you for coming out with it because do you know how many people would have fallen victim and people have been killed because of all these stupid idiots?
And that's exactly what made me, that is part of what is making me do this, okay? Our people are ignorantly, they are being recruited to start violence. Sure you get, just because they want action. We need action. Now, if we say we are fighting for the people, we are speaking out for the people to defend the people, is it all right to also please hear and know that we are going to harm the same people and keep quiet? So they can call me names. I promise them. Every of their plot, every of their plan, every way they want to go about things, I have all of them in my hands. That's why I said, most time when I talk, Baba, mo kàn fún ọ ní tip ni o.
There is reasons behind everything all these people have been doing. And me, I will not sit down to anything else apart from stark poverty. People do not realize how poor people are in that country.
And how easily they can recruit them into a deadly mission.
And how it has affected a lot of people mentally. People don't think straight anymore because they don't know where the next is coming. It is so bad. It's into people so badly that people living abroad do not understand how bad that gotten in. Things are gotten to. Because it's happening when you are calling people and you are telling them how bad things are. How bad things are. They don't even because
they cherry pick. Okay, Baba,
they don't see it anymore.
Baba, let's take a step back for 1 second, okay?
Yeah.
Everything we did on this platform is to help the people that have been persecuted. Do you know that?
Yes, I know that.
Everything we have done on this platform. We didn't just talk. We provided resources to help them. That's what we have done. Now, in any of this, do we deserve to be abused or attacked when we now say the truth behind some of this whole thing? Like, primarily, should there be any?
Yeah.
Should there be any?
No,
there shouldn't be. But it is what it is.
But because because of it's all down to that poverty again. Maiyegun, it is down to that poverty again. So now, people, there's another thing. I'm just going to translate to English.
Now you can mix them up as usual. Now.
So now, if you take poverty and the way all these people have been behaving as well, you could see this transcend to all the people that you can see that are following all these our old politicians as well. Well, Maiyegun, you said you are not. People are seeing you thinking that what you are doing, because you yourself you said something earlier on that you're just a small person. Please, I'm begging you. If I have the opportunity to clone you into 100 places,
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that clearly. You said you begged me for what?
I beg you in the name of God. Can you stop thinking you are this small?
See,
don't think.
There is a saying, Baba. There is a saying. There's a saying that he who humble himself, Baba, he who humble himself. You see this microphone, on this platform. People have shown to me that I'm not alone. You know that? Yeah. But I am saying, if you meet me individually, as a person, right? I am like this. But if you really want to push me to know those who are likely to stand up for me, then you get to know that I may look ordinary, right? But there are more behind there from where this is coming from. So I understand that.
It takes some certain set of people to realize what you just said. And I don't know if I am one of them, but I believe I am one of them. Do you understand? Because that is what I'm trying to say. Where Princess said something earlier on. We don't need too many people to do what you are doing. To move the mountain that Nigeria is. Do you understand? There is a popular movie that I'm going to reference.
Right.
You remember the movie 300? Movie 300.
I do.
That movie 300. Do you remember they faced an army of almost 300,000 and defeated them before they even fell at all. You understand? So I want you to you see all these people that are using this agitation, this Yoruba nation agitation to benefit themselves and benefit them. I am glad we have people like you that will not tolerate their rubbish and their stupidity. I am glad you found it out as early as this, so that people will stop falling prey.
It cost us nearly. It cost us Maiyegun, you find out who they are.
Before I go,
and I'm never going to pretend I don't know what I saw.
Before I go, because you remember I always tell you that when I call into your program, there are things that I want to say. But tonight I'm going to make an exemption. Please, before I go, there are two things I want to mention.
Don't make it two things. If you don't explain them, just mention them and we can get another call. Time is gone.
Yes. So now I'll just mention them. One is we need to take this phrase in that national anthem serious. The people take their position in our society way over on top of their head.
Yeah,
you understand? The earlier we start treating everybody as one, the earlier the better.
Thank you so much. Let me take another one, Baba.
Oh yeah, because I know
thank you so much. Let me take another one. I have another caller, and I don't know if this is hello, sir.
Hello, it's my first time I'm calling and I'm driving and I'm happy I'm speaking with Maiyegun right now.
I am happy to be hearing from you, but I would advise that you probably park, except if you are using the hands-free, sir. But if you are actually holding the phone, please, go on.
I'm using an hands-free. Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, all right.
I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. I'm speaking to Maiyegun. My name is Abe. I'm calling right from Chicago.
Abe from Chicago, sir. You are a first-time caller, Chicago. And yeah, I'm happy to hear from you too, sir. Please.
I'm a first-time caller. So, what I really want to say today, I have made a lot of comments on your post today.
Right.
I said something on your post that I said Maiyegun has been receiving a lot of punches from the people of Yoruba nation. You know, there are a lot of things somebody said today. I don't want to mention names. And, you know, those things they said towards Maiyegun really want to make me withdraw from Maiyegun, from even listening to Maiyegun. But I said, no, we need to
tell me one of them. Tell me one of the things that will likely make you stop listening to Maiyegun. Tell me one of the things they said.
You know, they said a lot of things. Like Maiyegun Oleni. Bobo yen, so don't you dawo. You know, they were just saying a lot of things, and I was like, oh, Yoruba people can never leave.
As in,
Yoruba people can never leave slavery. Slavery can never desist from Yoruba people, because with all those things, because you know what is making me calling you tonight is just that you said your part, and I'm really by your side. No matter what anybody is going to say, let them say it like you said. Let them curse you.
Sir, that's one thing. That is one thing.
Whatever they like.
Sir, Abi, that's one thing. I don't know if it's going to get to that part, because I can't really help how people are going to receive this or react or deal with it. Sure, you get. But one of the things I don't really want is to have this me versus them. Now, let me tell you how I deal with people who say things about me, and why most of the time you will never see me involved in having brick battle with anybody. Sure, make I tell you, I don't watch them.
Yeah.
Sure, you get. Exactly. You know, when you are somebody who knows that if you say something now, some certain people are going to react. And when they react, they are not going to react with facts. They're going to react with lies and other things. Why do you have to listen to them? So when people tell me, it's just like a confirmation. So when you tell me they say this or that, to me, that's a confirmation. Like, hey, I knew it. But you know one thing, me, I have dropped my part. And I don't want any of us. I know I may not be able to control this, so I don't want any of us to see this as Maiyegun versus them. Just see it as
exactly to be rubbing shoulder.
You know what I mean? Just see all of this as they are reacting to what Maiyegun said. Sure, you get, and nobody can dictate how they will react. It's not me and them. We know the level. We know the same category.
What I'm going to say is that I'm sorry for cutting it short. I want to use your platform.
Yes, sir.
Make nobody send money to anybody for Nigeria. Anybody will want freedom for Nigeria. Make them go start that freedom from there. Make them leave people waiting for diaspora. That them they there and them they see the wala whether they see that. Then they know how much we give them without people waiting for diaspora. They go carry them.
They have no idea.
So make anybody not send money. Make anybody not give anybody money. Make anybody not give anybody money for Nigeria. Make them get there, do anything what they want to. Make them they do it. Because with everything I had talking about Maiyegun today, I was just so angry. I had you talking about somebody was scary.
It is very upsetting. I felt
it's like, why would somebody be doing this? Like this guy has been doing very good. He has been doing it. I watch you quietly. I don't call. I only just be on my bed the morning. Anytime you're coming online, make sure 3 o'clock
just get
because the time is
notification
changed
and
now.
get ready and say, let's see tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But for somebody to come up today and start saying a lot of things, they just change from Yoruba nation and they just
let me
all
say
their
something.
whatever to say on Maiyegun.
Abe, Arishe Arika Baba Iregun.
Exactly.
Share you get.
Exactly.
No matter name they will call Maiyegun, all of you on this platform should be proud of yourselves. Whether you contributed to help them or you didn't, or you help us share or this or that. I'll tell you something, sir. We should be proud of ourselves, okay? We can speak on this vantage position to say we helped them because they are Yoruba. They are our brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers. Shall you get?
Yeah.
And we saw them in distress. We reached out. But when we reached out, right, it's because we saw or we believe they have substance. After helping them, it exposes things that we never expected. And even with effort to try and correct it, we realize that you cannot train old dog, new trick. It is just what they have worked on is working for them.
Maiyegun, you see this Yoruba of a thing now. I call it a charade now because I don't see why somebody who is
that's what they want to turn it into. That's what they want to turn into.
I know somebody who is for Yoruba nation is asking for stars. Let me start, so
begging for super chat, begging for stars. Help me share. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They take up for a joke. All these people we are trying to boycott APC, they are not using opportunity to come for Maiyegun. That Maiyegun, we have plan for him. But I'm you know, they were just saying all sorts of things. That's why I'm going to call today. Make anybody not send money, give anybody for Nigeria. Nobody. Thank you so much.
God bless you, Abi. Let me take another call. Thank you very much. I keep saying it, okay? What we have, the intention we have. Hello, Baba.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank God that I got through.
Thank God that you got through, sir. Your name, by the way, so that I will know who is.
Yeah, my name is Adedoyin from Texas, Dallas, Texas.
So Adedoyin, where be?
Well done, sir.
Okay.
Maiyegun, oti dawala le.
Yeah.
Oti dawala si le. Ọmọ.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
The program you did yesterday, I've not still gotten myself. Are you getting my point?
Okay, you are talking about yourself now. Are you talking about the shock or the disappointment in me for doing what I did? Tell me the way you feel, Gongo. Tell me.
Actually, the combination of both.
It's combination of both.
I'm gonna. Yes.
Yeah, share
now, no. Let me just say something.
Right.
You know, when this agitation started, it was moving, like we have said.
Yes.
And Papa, I respect him so much. And he was actually on the right path. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Even no matter what, even whatever happened yesterday, it doesn't matter. I still respect him. One thing I told people is that it doesn't matter. If Baba is not, to even declare today that I'm no more doing. Are you getting my point? If you go back, he has done some lecture. And he has been able to open our eyes to so many things that it's not left for us to forge ahead and fight it through. Now, is it not even a shameful thing for us, for an 87, 88 years old man to believe in us in our 40s, in our 50s, in our 60s? Are we not a group of mad people? I don't want to do bye-bye. They want that like. They are in their 30s, they are in their 40s, they are in their 50s. Go and check all of them. I know some of them one by one. Now, I want wèrè. Princess, I want to keep it over. I want wèrè. What you want to agitation yìí? There is one mad dog tó wà ní UK yẹn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ UK yẹn náà wà UK yẹn mo kàn máa ń wò nígbà mi. This one dey go so yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. No, that one we just come online. If you listen to what is coming out of our mouth, this is a gullible, uneducated person. So bá sọ̀rọ̀ bá àkàbà wò pé kéèyàn náà ṣé lórí Yorùbá dé.
Ṣé Yorùbá ní ṣe wá dìbà yìí torí Ọlọ́run?
Now, Maiyegun. You said something yesterday. Sorry, Ẹ̀dá Ọlọ́run tó pé. He spoke some of my heart to you yesterday.
Okay.
Nigeria is not a a lawful nation and it's not an organized society. I understand and I understand the fact of what you are trying to say. Kashibai. Mo mọ o ní ìgbà plan tèmi o tẹ ní ìgbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí fẹ́ sọ. But mo àbí your person I know the way. You see that Nigeria, for us to exit, I am telling you, I'm a jà. I'm a jà, ó lè má pọ̀.
Èmi sọ wípé ẹ máa gbọ́, káwọn èèyàn má ṣì mí gbọ́. Ṣé rí tí ẹ bá máa jà, èèyàn àti ẹ̀ṣá àkọ́kọ́ gbáradì ìjà, wàá mọ̀ pé o ní nǹkan tó o fẹ́ fi jà. Ìgbà tó o bá ní ló máa announce ìjà, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ṣó wá yẹ kí ẹni tí ò ní nǹkan ọjà kò tí máa lérí bọ̀ látọ̀ọ̀kan tó bá wá di pé wọ́n wá kó bọ̀n yẹn dé tó wá yìnbọn pàápàá ká máa sọ pé àwọn tí ń pa wá ẹ̀rí bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe wá ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ló yẹ ká ṣe ṣá. Ṣé ó yẹ ká gbé cat sí iwájú ẹṣin ní abẹ́ṣin ló yẹ kó wà níwájú.
Orí ẹ pé Maiyegun kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe ń sọ pé àwọn bàbá yẹn they want the right part. Ṣé orí ṣé dot tó wà ní wa yá òṣì tó ń ríran tí Ọlọ́run pè tọ́lọ́run kọ́kọ́ gbé pé emergency bó ní kó ṣe leader tó gba Yorùbá nation tó dárí declare yẹn òun ló dá wa lálẹ́. You know what she did? This woman did. Firstly, she came in the name of Abiola's wife. In 1994, when we did June 12 riot, you know the election was in 93. Yes. 94 riot, I was 18 years. I was an active participant in the riot. I was in New Town. I know how many people died. God saved me because by any particle. Now, in Ketaman Shenile Yoga, we worship people. We are people
which is wrong.
There's no system in Nigeria.
Ṣé torí àwọn èèyàn wa ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation àbí torí ara wa torí ọjọ́ ọ̀la wa àtàwọn ọmọ wa tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lè ya méjèèjì sọ́tọ̀.
Maiyegun.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín bàbá.
Maiyegun, the so-called Abiola kan sọ gan tó wá fọ orúkọ ẹ̀ wọlé tí wà lára yẹn. Where did Abiola help? Where did he help? I mean, Abiola now go help me now. What can you point in Yoruba land? Gbogbo country tó lò ní everything gone. Ní Amẹ́ríkà yìí, o ti rí truck náà pèsè bottle water ni o. Wọ́n sọ pé established since 1877. Ó pẹ́ ìjẹ́ tí wọ́n sọ 1877 water company ni o. Water company 1877 náà ti dálẹ̀. Company yóò ti kú dé sí. Because it works in the system. Ṣé Nàìjíríà yẹn wọ́n kẹ̀lé gbẹ́ nìkan àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹjọ́ lábẹ́
billionaires without any creation or invention ni wọ́n àwọn tó ṣe ní billions gbogbo wọn. That's why pé tó bá billions wọ́n dọ̀fẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn ni. Imagine kéèyàn kan imagine with all we know about Abiola. If they didn't kill Abiola because of this democracy, this or that, people will probably will never put him in the bracket of people. They will say, hey, he's a good person, he's this or that. I'm not saying he's 100%.
I am telling you
get, but he's 100% part of those who brought us to this level. And if people want to now sanctimonize Abiola, somebody will now get angry with me if I say Abiola is this or that. Maiyegun, sure, are you trying to say Abiola? Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. 100%. I said it. You are saying what you said now is against Yoruba. I said the truth. You said it's against Yoruba. Now, I am sorry who say the way it is. I won't call like it. Won't try best to control.
Maiyegun, you don't understand what is happening. I think that you do opportunity.
Okay.
Maiyegun, our people are desperate for leaders. They are desperate for a savior.
Because they are looking for something. They are looking for something that will make their hope realizable. A place where we are safe, we are prosperous. Our people are progressing, and we are no longer servitude into any system that is so alien to us. So anybody who tells us that they could do that, we're likely going to believe them. Even if they are not telling us how or how we are all going to do it together. Then we're just going to be waiting for the time they will say, when are we going to get it now? Okay, when are we going to... Like, people are asking when are they going to get Yoruba Nation from people on social media. And they're answering them and saying by December, by July, by August. People are listening to that. And I was watching.
Maiyegun, ibiti wàhálà ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Torí ìyá wa, ó lọ ń dìbò dé fẹ́ bá òmìnira 2022
ṣé bó ṣe ṣe nìyẹn ni.
òun gan ló wá sí tiẹ̀ ló fi wá kó bá àwọn bàbá yìí.
ẹ ń bú Maiyegun wo ni ẹ máa blow ni àwọn ọ̀gá yẹn àwọn tó ń worship yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó lọ́rọ̀ mi lẹ́nu ní gbogbo àwọn tó ń worship yẹn kò sẹ́ni kankan nínú wa yọkọ báyìí.
now Maiyegun so tí wọ́n á rí nǹkan tó fi máa mú wọn Nàìjíríà the Lord tells me so ní gbogbo àwọn pásọ̀ wọn ìtọ́ fi máa mú wọn nìyẹn tí pásọ̀ a child ni o lọ́kàdíà nǹkan tí pásọ̀ ṣe ìdáwọ́ ní don't judge the man of God don't judge the man of God so when this woman came she now started by Ọlọ́run ló sọ báyìí Ọlọ́run sọ fún mi pé ọmọ èmi gẹ́ pẹ̀lú gbogbo school mi orí mi má dàrú èmi náà má tẹ̀lé mi.
irọ́ ni o Morocco ó lè yàn mí kan ní Spain ẹ máa gbọ́ ó lè yàn mí kan ní Spain òun ló ṣe bí àwọn bàbá yìí bí wọ́n ṣe ní access sí owó wa tó dọwọ́ wọn gbà yẹn ṣẹ́gẹ́ ti sìn ẹni yẹn ń sun ẹkún lálẹ́ àná ni before alẹ́ àná ṣe ń gbọ́ mi before alẹ́ àná personally ọkàn ẹ̀ ti pòrúurú pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níbi tó ní ìgbàgbọ́ dé ṣe ń gbọ́ mi sìn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pé onídìrí sọ pé òun máa ṣe báyìí òun máa ṣe báyìí nígbà tí wọ́n á ń break ẹ̀ down fún ọkàn ẹ̀ bàjẹ́ ni ó ní nǹkan tó dùn ún ní pé kò ń ṣe pé òun ò rí gbogbo kíní pé kò tiẹ̀ jọra wọn kò connect dẹ́sẹ̀ pé òun mọ́ òun náà wà inside òun kàn ń fi ìgbàgbọ́ gbé mo ní ẹ̀ ń fi ìgbàgbọ́ gbé ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń rí pé kò jọra wọn wọ́n kàn rò pé bóyá tó bá ti dé no wonder so yẹn ní pé yín náà bá wọn jẹ́ nú ẹ̀ kó nú ẹ̀ jẹ́ nú àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn.
Maiyegun mo jẹ àmọ́ sanwó sómìnira now finally jẹ́ wá san
ẹni owó tẹ bá san sórí ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ máa gbọ́ mi o ìyẹn mo fẹ́ clear yẹn owó mi tó wọ orí ọ̀rọ̀ pé à ń ṣe gbà ń ṣàwòyí personally kò ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ £500 the last 1 year èmi náà mú 50 nílẹ̀ èmi náà mú 100 nílẹ̀ ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ petition yẹn nìkan £250 owó mi ni mo fi sponsor ẹ̀ ṣe lẹ́ni kọ́bọ̀ tí ẹ bá ná lórí pé ẹ gbọ́ ariwo pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá mi ò fẹ́ kẹ́ regret ẹ o amúnibú ni làwọn ẹni yìí ẹran ẹbí ẹni wọn kò yé yín mi ò yẹn mo yín sọ pé anybody tó bá ń support ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation nítorí látàrí pé nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa ẹni yẹn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé nítorí pé òun gbọ́ báyìí òun ń ṣe mọ́ àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe òun regret ẹ má regret ẹ o because every kọ́bọ̀ mi tí mo ná sí kìíní mi ò ní regret kankan o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi sìn ẹ má regret ẹ o mi ò fẹ́ kẹ́ regret ẹ because ẹ̀kọ́ la fi kọ́ àkọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ni that's my belief.
Well now nǹkan tẹ́mi ṣàmọ̀ ni pé somehow I don't know whichever way o.
No, wait,
get out of that place. Because now,
okay, go on.
Now, wait. See, the person that you were reading is, programs, and plans. I want you all to also put it in consideration. We must also put it in consideration.
Okay.
I want the wars against us and fight against in Nigeria. The people that have made Nigeria their market, their business center, we must begin to identify them. Number one,
we just want our people to detach from them. No? They should not give excuse for them. They should not drag on.
Don't assume that we know them. Let them dispel out. Let people know.
Okay.
The general overseers, your pastors. Surely the master of division, okay, let's go our separate way so that we can have a system, we can have a country where system works. Our pastors, our girl come our way. You know why? There are churches in the east, in the west, in the north.
I know.
Are you getting my point? So their church is between those people. So they can't come forward and tell you that they know the solution. They can't do it. They are working together with your pastors. Most of the things that your government is supposed to do for you, they refer you back to God. They are praying to you. You don't have a life. Pray to God. Just we can't pray. People should pray. That the Father, that God should strengthen. People should pray that God should strengthen the naira. That God should strengthen the naira.
Can you believe that? God told me that he's going to defeat Boko Haram by January 2020. Baba, 2022.
Your religious leader. Your emergency billionaire,
our businessmen,
your politicians, these are the people that we are up against. See, the system benefits them. They are living up the system. So when you say the country should get better, almost forget it. When it gets better, they are out of business.
I know. Thank you so much. Let me go and take another one. You know, one of the calls I'm waiting for tonight, somebody who can come in and say, Maiyegun, finally, I am Mimi, or I am this, or I am that. I want to explain. I want to tell you, you are, you know, try. So that so let me take another one, sir. Sorry. Some of them prefer to be commenting. Sorry, keep trying, calling. You can tell me to my face anything you say in the comment section. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Baba, how are you?
Brother, I'm Franklin. Sorry, that's Portugal.
Franco from Portugal. Baba, how is Portugal tonight?
Thank God, Jerry. I do better alone. Yeah, more full program to Sheleni. You understand? I really appreciate it, and I'm really following up, and more points go come back to that way. Really, you know, encourage and put you in line in the right line of this agitation that yeah, because more history island, that is the Irish people, but they liberate last no seriously. Our Yoruba ma puru ṣùgbọ́n mo kọ́ tó kọ́ ń bà mí lẹ́rù ni pé mo kàn ń wò pé iṣẹ́ táwọn pípé fi ń wọ àárín wa àwọn tá à ń bá jà yà àwọn tó jẹ́ pé táwọn ọ̀pọ̀ fẹ́ kó wa lẹ́rù tó fi ń wọ àárín wa lójoojúmọ́ àwa dẹ̀ ń rojọ́ kí ni nǹkan tá à ń ṣe gan-an mo kàn ń rò pé ṣáà bí yóò ní sọ wá dẹrú báyìí sí àní dẹrú báyìí nígbà tá a bá ń rojọ́ tá à ń jà tó ń wọlé tó ń penetrate tó ń wọlé sí wa tó bá máa blow whistle báyìí ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká gbára wa ká wọ̀. That was my own thinking tèmi nìyẹn pé ìtàwọn èèyàn fi ń ṣèkà tó fi ń gba nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́ focus lé lórí focus lé lórí bó ṣe máa gba owó sápò bó ṣe owó jẹ́ pé táwọn tó pípì bá dé lè lò mọ́ why tẹ́ ẹ̀ fi liberate àwọn èèyàn yìí nǹkan tí mo ń rò nìyẹn pé kó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn wa kó tiẹ̀ lajú
Now, Franco, let me say something. Lára àkọ́kọ́ tó yẹ pé aláti sọ níwájú ilẹ̀ àti Ọlọ́run ṣe ń gbọ́n sìn. Òun ni pé kì í ṣe pé kò sí àwọn èèyàn. In fact, lára nǹkan tí à ń face tí mo mọ̀ pé àwọn ẹni yìí náà ń face òun ni wípé logistic fún àwọn tí wọ́n ti volunteer láti ṣe kinní yìí. Now, gbogbo ìgbà tí everybody ń pariwo láti jọ ọjọ́ yìí. Majority gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń jà fún ara wọn nìkan ni débi pé àwọn tí wọ́n wá ń tẹ̀lé wọn wọ́n á rí bí ìgbà tó yẹ pé àwọn tí wọ́n pera wọn lólórí ó dàpọ̀ wọ́n kàn ń jẹ mùlá ni gbà tí èmi come into the picture àti mo come into the picture èmi expect pé mo máa bá nǹkan kan lẹ̀ tó jọmọ́ pé bóyá bíi plan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú security àti oyè sí wọ́n á realize pé kò sí nǹkan kan lẹ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́ na àwọn èèyàn kan wá wà tó yẹ pé wọ́n kóra wọn jọ kákàkiri ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn tí wọ́n ti experience gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí wọ́n wá reach out because ẹ mọ̀ náà tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ pé Yorùbá nation insecurity ẹ ṣáà mọ àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé bí kẹ́ pé gbowó àbí kẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá nation àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. bọ́ ẹ wá mọ problem yẹn ni wípé gbogbo bọ́ ṣe ń make effort láti bá àwọn tó ń ṣe adarí kíní yìí sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ń pàdé nǹkan kan ìyẹn ni pé bá a tiẹ̀ sọ pé a fẹ́ ràn yín lọ́wọ́ àlùwò ó dùn mí gan pé àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó yẹ pé ní gbogbo àsìkò yìí kọtẹ sọtàn yìí wọ́n ti wọ̀ wá láàrin wọ́n ń pa wá ẹja láti ṣe nǹkan kan àwọn èèyàn kan fi ń gba owó lórí social media ṣé you get na gbogbo àwọn owó yẹn ó kéré ni o ó pọ̀ ni o àwọn owó yẹn ò rí lè dé ọwọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n kóra wọn jọ láwọn abúlé get so one way or the other nígbà tó máa dojú ẹ̀ gan àwọn gan kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbogbo kíní gan tiẹ̀ jọra wọn jàre gbogbo eléyìí ni mo expect pé Ọlọ́run rí mi o tọ́lọ́run bá dẹ̀ ní kí ní ọba ní kọ́ Ọlọ́run rí òun o gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí èyí náà rí ẹ̀ mo láwọn ẹlẹ́rìí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ń sọ yìí o mo láwọn ẹlẹ́rìí tí mo sọ wípé tẹ́ ẹ bá tiẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe ok ẹ gbọ́ àwọn idea yìí o ṣẹlá idea yìí o tí ẹ bá lè tẹ̀lé a lè fi ṣe template pé àwọn èèyàn kan wà tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti ready ní láti pariwo lé wọn lórí kò yé ń sìn nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ a lè kójọ òye yé ń sìn ká fi ránṣẹ́ sí wọn now tẹ́ bá máa fi ránṣẹ́ sí wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n ń bẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́yìn bá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pera yín lórí ẹgbẹ́ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn yẹn máa jẹ́rìí sí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ló ń sọ wọ́n ránṣẹ́ sí wa o ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ wọn lára wa àwọn èèyàn tó ń fi owó wọn ra ẹ̀tù tí wọ́n ń fowó wọn rọ ìbọn oyè ń sìn kò bá jẹ́ ṣakabula kò bá orúkọ tó wòye ní kẹ́pẹ́ dọ́bù oyè wọ́n ṣà ń ṣe níwọ̀nba tí wọ́n ń dáàbò bo ara wọn ẹ béèrè pé láti ìgbà tí a ti ń ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation tó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ẹ béèrè pé èèlò ni àwọn tí ó ń darí ètò ìlànà àti nǹkan kan ẹ béèrè pé èèlò gan ni wọ́n ti channel sí orí ọ̀rọ̀ ààbò ẹ̀dọ̀pọ̀rọ̀ ààbò la máa ń sọ all the time wọ́n ti wọ̀ wá láàrin o wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbé wá o ẹ béèrè pé láti ìjọta ti ń sọ èèlò àtàwọn wo ni wọ́n ti ràn lọ́wọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ààbò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá àná tó gbàgbé owó wọn gba 2 million lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kó lọ ta properties ẹ̀ tọ́kọ fẹ́yàn kan pé máa fún wọn ní kìnnìkan ṣọ̀kọ̀ ló bọ́ sí mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ wà ńlẹ̀ gan tó yẹ pé ó kàn ń mú lérèfé ni mo sọ pé ẹni tó bá máa gbèjà wọn ẹni tó bá máa bú mi ó lè pè mí lórúkọ lè bú mi lẹ́ni tó lè pè mí ní nǹkan tó bá ń wù ẹ́ àwọn kan wà tó yẹ pé tí mo ní lọ́wọ́ tí ìwọ ò mọ̀ tí mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe ó máa padà fi orí kíní yẹn dàbí ó máa fi wá ṣẹ̀sín ni ọ̀hún dẹ̀ lè fi wá ṣẹ̀sín bàbá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ò Maiyegun jọ nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ́ sọ ti pé sórí ò kí lórúkọ ò tí èmi máa mú yín sọ kọ́kọ́ wọn kó àwọn tí mo bèrè lánàá mo ní báwo la ṣe lè ṣe how can we do it tó jẹ́ pé a máa sọ pé a kúrò lórílẹ̀‐èdè tí ò ní sí ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bíi ti torí pé àwọn Irish yìí mò ń sọ pé kọ́ tó gba lọ́wọ́ àwọn olórí burúkú yìí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ torí àwọn tó bá ti ṣe meeting tó ti agree lórí nǹkan àwọn kan máa gbé
wọ́n ń ṣe good example o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi sí wọ́n ṣe good example àwọn kankan àtàgbàdo clear ṣe rántí pé àwọn island ten sọ yìí àwọn ni wọ́n ń pè ní IRA ṣe ń gbọ́ ṣe rí IRA yẹn wọ́n ní political wing ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó popular jù nípa IRA òun ni armed wing wọn àwọn tó ti pé ẹ̀mùgbà tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n pè wọ́n ní láyé ìgbà yẹn tó bá jẹ́ communist tó bá jẹ́ socialist tó bá jẹ́ this tó bá jẹ́ that in fact nǹkan tó lágbára láyé ìgbà yẹn ni kò yé àwọn communist ò gbọdọ̀ gbàjọba o àwọn kìnnìkan ò gbọdọ̀ gbàjọba láyé ìgbà yẹn o ṣe ń gbọ́ so àwọn tí wọ́n wá fẹ́ kó máa ṣèjọba ní Ireland tí àwọn ti Britain ń báàkì bí wọ́n ṣe ń báàkì wọn Nàìjíríà yẹn àwọn yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lépa àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ tọpẹ́ àwọn ní nationalist ní Ireland táwọn fẹ́ gba òmìnira ara wọn wá ń lépa wọn àwọn tó ń báàkì wọn àwọn tìlú yìí ní Britain àwọn ló ń báàkì àwọn tó wà nínú ẹ̀mọ́ tó wá ṣe ogun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tó padà wá kan Britain lára tọ́pa family member Queen tó dẹ̀ wá kú yìí wọ́n pa family member tó bọ́ǹbù ẹ̀ mọ́lé ẹ̀rántí tó padà débẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀sán pé Britain ló ń kó ìjà olóró fáwọn tó ń fi ìyà jẹ àwọn ní Ireland because àwọn Irish ló ń fi ìyà jẹ Irish àwọn kọ́kọ́ wà tẹ́ pé Britain ló ń bá kí wọn ni so bó ṣe ń bá wọn fà nílé lọ́wọ́ pé ẹ wá ẹ̀yin kankan ó yẹ máa lọ sájò Britain ara onírọ̀kùn kò nírọ̀ adìyẹ ó tó wá débi tó dé iye mo sọ pé ṣe rí the coordination ló ń pè é ṣe rí táwọn èèyàn bá ti coordinate débi kan tó bá sọ pé àwọn ènìyàn ló ń fi ìyà jẹ àwọn èèyàn ló dì wá lọ́wọ́ mú fún Nàìjíríà
tó jẹ́ Yorùbá
tó
jẹ́ problem wa
ṣé tí àwọn yẹn bá wá di pé Nàìjíríà ń báàkì wọn organize kìíní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ètò sì lè débẹ̀ bọ́ kò ń ṣe pé a máa kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ pé a máa jà ní meanwhile a lè defend ara wa tó bá di pé wọ́n dé lóòótọ́ ẹ kàn think of that àwọn á sọ wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká ní ìgbáradì ká tó lè tọ̀ tá bá pé ẹnìkan kéèyàn 10 jẹ wá tá bá pé èèyàn 100 kéèyàn 1,000 jẹ wá iṣẹ́ ló máa débẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn yẹn ló máa di aláìyí wa tá a bá níyẹn ńlẹ̀ ẹnu là ń jà mi ò fẹ́ mọ bó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan nínú tó òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni ó lè korò.
òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ló sọ ń sì Maiyegun tó tọ́ ní nǹkan tó sọ ṣùgbọ́n túmọ̀ wípé nǹkan tí tó mímì sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn òun ni pé sórí gbogbo structure ilẹ̀ kó ti wà nílẹ̀ láti ẹ̀yìn ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo táìmù tá a ti waste yẹn táìmù tó wá ń bọ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ ṣe election wèrè tó fẹ́ ṣe yìí tá a tún fẹ́ wọ new year ìgbà wo la wá ní ta fẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ structure ìgbà wo la ní ta fẹ́ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kọ̀wé ìyànjọ́ ṣé wọ́n ní túlẹ̀ báyìí kó tó dìgbà yẹn ṣé wọ́n ní dá ogun gan lẹ̀ kó tó dìgbà yẹn.
tó bá délẹ̀ ọmọ àmúyá kíákíá ni ẹ má jà tanra wa bàbá ṣe ń gbọ́n sìn tó bá bọ́ sórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn èèyàn máa dáhùn ó máa jẹ́ kó yá kíákíá ni.
àti wa tó bá bó ṣe rí ó dàbí tí Yorùbá ti kúrò lánàá ká ti kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ká ti dá mi ìfẹ́ mọ bébí Yorùbá ṣe máa pa wá tó ó pè wọ́n yàrá pé kàkà kí n dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yà máa kú ni Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́ kí Fúlàní pàdé mi kọ́ ti dọ̀bálẹ̀ máa alẹ́ ya yìí mi ń bọ̀ yẹn kí n máa lọ torí kí ni Yorùbá ni mí ó ń ti gbéraga wo bí ká ti wá bára kí ló sùn wá débi báyìí kí ló sùn ètò ayé wo ni pé.
nǹkan tá a ní láti ṣe ni pé after tá a bá sọ òótọ́ fúnra wa tá a parọ́ fúnra wa mọ́ ìyẹn túmọ̀ sí wípé àwa lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rìn lọ́nà tó tọ́ tó yẹ ṣé gbogbo concern wa lórí ààbò lórí igbá lórí àwo gbogbo ẹ ṣe address tí a bá yọ irọ́ àti àsọdùn kúrò nínú nǹkan tá à ń ṣe because ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú life and death ni nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí life and death ni.
Maiyegun one thing to realize nípa àwọn èèyàn wa ni pé this year tá a wà yìí July August mo wà Nàìjíríà Maiyegun wọ́n ti finger brain àwọn débi pé if you are telling them pé ọ̀nà yìí rírú ẹ̀rí láti over 15-16 years ojú kò náà jẹ́ rí ní western world rí ọ̀nà yìí wọ́n á sọ pé wọ́n fi ilẹ̀ Ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́ ọ máa sọ fún ẹ yìí pé wọ́n fi ilẹ̀ jàre wọ́n ń try kò sí nǹkan tá a máa ṣe jàre bá lè jáde kẹ tú yàyà títí ni wọ́n ní kó má dáwọ́ lálẹ́ jàre wọ́n lẹ̀ jàre complaining
wọ́n ní enough self-awareness tó fi lè wo pé ó yẹ káwọn tú síta bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ lẹ́yìn jẹ́ communication yẹn pọ̀ gan.
mi mọ bí ta ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀
advantage àwọn èèyàn wa kó continue irọ́ lè lọ fógun ọdún bàbá
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
ojú tó ti gbéra ń sìn yìí o ẹ jẹ́ ká wá àfà tó máa kájọ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni torí wọ́n ti gbà pé poverty ó dàbí bíi pé Ọlọ́run nígbà tó yẹ pé poverty wà nù Bíbélì ipe so Ọlọ́run sọ kalẹ̀ kò ń ṣe new thing pé ó wà nù ayé pé Ọlọ́run ti ní báwo ṣe ń jìyà yẹn.
God loves poor people. So therefore, if you are poor, God loves you. Baba, I don't want to be poor. Baba, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sorry guys, it's pretty much like going on and on and on. Our time is coming to an end. I've only got about 13 minutes. I'll give this my caller 2 minutes of that or 3, and I hope we can manage that. Hello there.
Hello, my good child. This Prince Jejeman.
Oh, Prince Jejeman. How are you?
Fine, Baba.
They say I don't go cause trouble. And I tell people, I said, now me they go talk about, not you. But the truth from what I shared is enough for anybody to go and check out. You know what I mean? You should go and cross-check whatever I said. And then you realize how lies won't be able to stand what I have said so far. And I'm not saying this because I want anybody to like me. It is a burden for people to say, and I like you before. See, if my truth will hurt, please just keep it. Baba?
Baba, really thank you so much. There's time for everything.
Yes.
And I believe what you are saying it at the right time. Because you have made a catalog of the things that are happening. Truth is sweet. It's sweet to only the wise man.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they say truth is bitter. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
100 strokes of cane cannot make a fool, can never change a fool. You get what I mean? So our people must appreciate that they have something like my Yoruba nation. Should appreciate that they have somebody like you. In fact, I used to say in my heart, any day that the Yoruba nation rejects you, land is available for you in the Igbo land.
I know, I have been given honorary deeds, but they may take that away from me soon. There are some other people who believe that, you know what I mean? It be like, say, this is Maiyegun self. It be like, say, this guy is a Zabo too. I said, well, People call me different things. I mean different things to different people. But you know one thing, you will never say this Maiyegun is fake. If you say that, it's simply because you found something that you could probably massage your own belief or ego with. And if that suits you, Baba, any picture where anybody will on paint time. But you know one thing about the truth, like you said, it is constant. It doesn't change. And you don't have to remember anything. I don't have to remember anything. Just speak.
The one unique thing about you as a Yoruba man, I've figured out is that your truth in the morning and the afternoon remains the same, and the night remains the same.
Yes, because it works for me.
Are consistent.
It works for me.
Yes,
being honest, being sincere, and being consistent. They've worked for me very well so far.
That has made you solid.
Yes.
That has earned you a solid friend also. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Maiyegun, my point of calling tonight is this. I want Yoruba Nation to open their ears, you know, because we have been cooking in this pot, you know, before Yoruba Nation started this agitation.
I was using the Biafrans as a template to say, look at this, pay attention, look at all that is going on that you are probably not seeing. The reason is because, look at this, once they finish cooking for the Biafrans, they are going to cook for us too. And it depends. If you can learn from what they are doing now, you will probably prevent falling into a pitfall that this bloodthirsty Nigeria is going to set up for us. But guess what? Everybody be champion for social media. Hey, tomorrow we are going to calm down now. If you hear some of these idiots on social media, if they hear outside their room, they go they pee for body. And then you begin to say, God help us, they want to kill me. But guess what? You are presenting yourselves as people who can fight for other people. Who gave you that right? Who gave you that authorization that you are fighting for me? Like, how deluded are you to think me as a Yoruba man, right? Listening to you as a Yoruba woman or a Yoruba man, and you are confidently telling me that you are fighting to take me out of slavery when I know you are a complete fraud. How dare you? That's what prompted this whole thing. Like, I don't know how many people they are deceiving, but the fact that I realized that this is a deceit, I'm never going to keep quiet. Never.
God bless you. You know, there was a time, Biafran, the Nigerian government, you know what Nigerian government does is this. When people are protesting, they will go and create another protester, you know, to act as a counter protest.
Yes.
You understand me? This is what they are good. Even in London, you are witness when we had a protest at Abuja House, when Buhari is always coming to London for fake medical attention.
I know.
You know that they have to go and pay people. You know, 70
to go and show up and say, come. You know, Buhari will support you. I know.
Exactly.
It's a shame. And they're in London,
you are there now. You came. They shamed their way. They only could sing national anthem for a few seconds and they run away. The money that Nigeria paid expired.
£70 gone.
You see, Maiyegun, the point is this: you told Yoruba Nation or you told the Biafra Nation then that this unknown government, we shouldn't be clapping, no.
Sure,
we shouldn't be clapping.
And some people nearly tear me up. I said, don't, now set up, Now set up, all of us still gather. We carry, you know, we they carry flag for Biafra here and there. Once they tag you a terrorist organization, they're going to make it difficult. I remember.
I was among those that was clapping initially. But when you now draw our attention, when you draw our attention to that, I said, yes, this Maiyegun, you have an insight. It's a setup. It's a setup. And if it came to pass that it was a pure setup,
it was.
They created Nigeria was.
You remember? See, Prince, you remember that I happened to be one of the supporters of Nnamdi Kanu when it was not popular among Yorubas. When they felt like Nnamdi Kanu is this, Nnamdi Kanu is that, I rose up and I said, you guys might be riding on the wave of the propaganda that is out there. And Nnamdi Kanu's videos and utterances may be laying credence to the propaganda they are putting out there, so that they can say, Shebi, he said this. Look at this. I said, but pay attention very well. Okay? This is somebody, right, that will never, ever be in a place where they are making arrangements to make the life of the Igbos a hell. I said, I have seen it. That he's speaking out and using his own verbal this and that, right? When you look at them, this is an organization of people that are known. They are meeting, they are holding meeting here and there. They are known.
That's right.
So if they want to start anything that Nigeria is saying they are representing, right? Pay attention, oh. Look at those who are now committing all of this and tell me if you have that traces to the same Nnamdi Kanu that had a chance, despite all this fire. He had his chance to tell the Biafrans, IPOB members, that we saw all the mass movement here and there. Yeah, he had the chance to say, oh yeah, take over Enugu, and they will take over Enugu. Take over the Imo government house, and they will bombard Imo government house, and the police or the soldier, everybody will run away. I said, this is somebody. He didn't do it. He didn't because he would never want to put his people in the harm's way, especially when they are not ready. But guess what? People thought I was trying to tell them they should not be bold. They should not be this, they should not be that. But after 6 months, 8 months, now we know the story. Prince.
Maiyegun, God bless you. You see, our people don't know that there's a lay down rule for self-determination internationally.
Yes, now.
You know,
you are easily, they can set you up easily. Yeah. They can set you up and call you name, and wherever you are going, you are not useful to anybody in prison. You are not useful to anybody if you are dead. Now, as a freedom fighter, the best you can do before any of those two happen to you is to use your availability to the people's advantage in a way, honest way.
Exactly. So this war, backbook is the last option you can ever think of. You understand? These backbook, they are pushing people to go.
They are putting the cart before the horse. Sure, you know that when the horse is going, there is a carriage, a cart behind, dragging the cart. Now, how do you expect that to move if you put the cart here in front and you put the horse at the back and you're expecting progress? Come on, man. It's a simple thing. Emotion don't win the strategic steps that could make your biggest, strongest adversary to just make a simple mistake and they will fall before you, even when you don't have what they have. Strategy, not emotion. And I won't stop talking because I would never sit back and watch this miscreant turn Yoruba land into a bloody place. They can abuse me, they can call me name, they can say all lies and all that. I will continue to give you the facts.
I like the way you started. You understand?
Yes.
By explaining to people about this thing. If it gets to a stage that name will be mentioned, and tonight, I'm going to mention a name because we have gotten to a critical situation in our own struggle as it is now. IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu set up and the IPOB. Why we are solid and we are focused because we are all under oath. Even if someone creeps in as an infiltrator or from the government of Nigeria side, and you take our oath, after taking that oath, you have swear on your head.
The same oath, some people have already said that it doesn't matter anymore. It's old. We don't need that anymore. That's nonsense. But some of you actually took it, and you took it serious. And that's awesome. You know that?
You know, Maiyegun, the people that say it doesn't matter, most many of them has gone to where they don't wash up. I get me? Because by their fruit you shall know them. That's the oath. They don't know the meaning of covenant. Covenant is that oath that we are taking. They don't know. You understand me? When you take a covenant, even a community or a people take a covenant, don't go after I say it doesn't matter. It will react. It will react. Because law of karma is there. Whether you know God or you doesn't know God, though. Law of karma because the world is turning around. It will come and meet you where you are. That thing you sowed will still come and meet you.
Just reason. Sorry, let me quickly add this because our time is so up now, Prince. I'm going to let you go. Okay. Thank you very much for yeah. So yeah, one of my prominent member here, Just Reason. My time is so gone, but I'll say this, okay? Just Reason. The violence that we are witnessing in Yoruba land today, we know the origin. Are you with me? And we also kind of know where they are operating. These are a bunch of terrorists who have decided to make our forest their homes. That is a fact. Now, you see what they are bringing. The violence that these desperados are bringing to Yoruba land is a complete different one. Now, you know Fulani terrorists and every other criminals who are probably hibernating in Yoruba land, committing all these crimes. Majority of them are doing so because they have a chance of doing that, and they could probably just sneak into the forest and get away. The type of the one that we are talking about is the one that is instigated by the same set of people who came out, right, to profess that they would defend Yoruba land against those ones that we are talking about. You and I are talking today about the insecurity in Yoruba land because we know those who are behind it. How disappointing is it going to be, man? If you now realize that our own people are already perfecting plans to unleash terror on our people because they know they listen. They know they hear what. We told them not to do this. They want to do that. So guess what they do? What they will do? Their plan is to have some soft targets. Places where they could make example of our people. They told you, don't follow the politicians. We told you, we need Yoruba nation. You are not being serious. You are not being this or that. Now, that's the danger I'm talking about. This is different. This is like our own people. Targeting soft targets. Places where they know people cannot fight back or resist or do anything. And all of this is just to show to us that freedom is not free. All of you are being too comfortable. You are not taking this Yoruba nation serious. You have to take it serious. Now, that's an homegrown terror. That is something I am actually raising alarm on. It is not a false alarm. It is not a makeup. I have all of their plans. And this is not in the interest. It is no way closer to the reason why some of you are actually promoting and supporting the Yoruba sovereignty. Now, I wouldn't know that and get to know all of this and pretend I didn't know, so that all of us can begin to now lie and say that if our people are killed in any part of Yoruba land, I'm talking about attack like a daylight shooting and all of that, we can easily say it's the Fulani terrorist or DSS or the people not us. But guess what? I have more than enough evidence to show to you that they are about to prove that they have something. They are about to unleash terror in Yoruba land. And they are doing everything just to bring this about. But guess what? I am saying all of this so that a lot of you will not be secretly, in a way, or ignorantly lured into this ideology. Because it's just going to be a matter of time before you realize that when did we get to this level? And that is why when I speak, I'm only raising an alarm. And I hope those concerned will probably, realize that I'm not saying you shouldn't do what you would do. I just want you to know that if it is about harming our people, that is completely against the ethic and the norm of what actually, led to the Yoruba asking to be out of Nigeria. So, Just Reason. Let me take one more. Mr. Taiwo, I am going to ask you to, is that you, sir?
Hello, sir.
My time is so long gone. My camera is going to turn off in a minute. So I'm going to ask you to hang on for a second, okay? Let me just do something to this camera. And I'm going to give you just about, let's say about 5 minutes. Please.
Okay.
I want you to use that very well so that we can call it a night, sir. Okay. So stay there for me. Just for a moment. I will be back. Anyway, sorry about that. Are you still there?
I'm there, General.
Thank you very much. Okay. You have that time and you can easily just use that now, please. Thank you.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Please stay focused.
I think I am.
Yes. You spoke yesterday. It got to Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye called Igbo. See me, I don't like impactless life. So when I'm doing something and I'm having impact, it energizes me.
Okay. That's reassuring.
Maiyegun.
Sir.
Yes, stay focused. And you are still giving attention to these people who come and be posting on the platform. You should overlook it. Then, Princess, don't chop fine, no. Princess was telling you to manage your whatever, and she was blowing up again.
Responding to people. Then she quickly looked up and saw somebody saying something about her, and she was like, "Oh my God!"
We don't.
And don't advise anything.
We don't need some of these things. We are making impact.
Yes, we are.
And we need to be focused and do more.
Yes.
I'm watching my time. Maiyegun, I said it some weeks ago. Money tí ìmọ́lẹ̀ bá dé. Òkùnkùn máa paradà ni.
That's true.
I tell a friend some weeks ago, Money, when you come to the truth, I don't respect anybody in the world.
No.
Once it is the truth, I don't respect who you are. I stand with the truth. General, let us stay focused with the truth.
And so shall we.
And this, our pursuit, getting Yoruba nation is a noble cause.
It is.
That whatever anybody is doing cannot invalidate it. It has come. And we will do it right and get it. Yes, it has come. Nigeria cannot accommodate any nationality again unless we are deceiving ourselves. So all we need to do, General, we have started. All we need to do is let us put a structure in place. And I want to tell the whole world, Maiyegun is not looking for any leadership.
I'm not interested.
I am not interested in any leadership. But our generation before us failed us. We must not fail ourselves, and we must not fail the generation to come.
After us.
We need foundation for this struggle, solid foundation.
Reliable.
We need structure. Yes, we need structure for this struggle. Organized, centralized, and one structure. I say it 2 more times. Organized, centralized, and one structure. And it is after that the leadership will now come in. So nobody is looking for, I want to be leader of agitation. We are not even agitating. We are not agitating. We want to work, systemic work.
legitimate work and rightful work and get our nation.
Makes this the people's project. How is that difficult?
Yeah.
Why do people think they have the right to speak on behalf of the people they don't even talk to? Like, you don't even talk to them. They don't even know you. So you have to build that relationship before you can say, I'm speaking for them. And that's what we are going to do.
Let me give you an instance now.
Yes.
Just to instance, the two people killed in Bowo house. If truly we have Yoruba Nation organization that is strong,
yes,
they should have got their courses now.
Long time ago. And it's over a year and a half now. Sure you get. And every time I remember that, I just feel like that could have been sorted.
I'm giving everybody fundamental exposition tonight. If we have a solid Yoruba organization in town,
yes, after
Igboho has been released from Benin, that one is a catalyst alone. It should have come back to Nigeria with the system organized around him, and we move on. Maiyegun, when I told you, let's do it. When I told you that let's champion this thing, let's lay the foundation, I knew what I was saying and what I'm saying now. Maiyegun, I want to go. Let us stay focused. We need to relay the foundation.
Yes,
one, let us stay focused. We need to put the structure in place. Two, when we do that, the leadership will come in, because the leadership will follow the foundation and the structure put in place.
The leadership will be thrusted on you. And that's how I think it should work.
That is it. So, Maiyegun, let's talk another day. Let's leave it there. I enjoyed everything.
Yeah,
please, finally, Maiyegun.
We can't do without some side attractions. They are part of the conversation.
Yes, but let's ignore them.
We can, go on.
Ignore them. Let's do as if they are not existing.
Okay.
So about the post your content, they will go. I'm telling you.
It is well.
So, Princess, you please note this. Let's stay focused.
We should.
Let's stay focused.
Anyway,
you are having impact already. You are having impact already.
I know.
Let's stay focused. Thank you.
I know. So I am going to be bringing Oloye Sunday Igboho onto Maiyegun's Diary Politico this week. Again, it is just to set the record straight. For those who might who have been like banking on him and then using his name here and there and all of that, who are wrecking and causing more damages than what they are actually solving. Nobody say we get anything with you, okay? You have between now and Tuesday to do your best and make sure that you convince Igboho not to come on to Maiyegun's Diary Politico. It's not a force, it's not nothing, okay? Now, I doubt that, okay? In fact, Oloye Sunday Igboho needs Maiyegun's Diary Politico and the people of Maiyegun's Diary Politico more than ever now. Exactly because of the conversation I've had with him. And he will have to come here and speak to some of you. Now, this is not a competition, okay? For those who have been kind of riled with what I have said so far, I haven't said anything that is a lie or wrong, okay? So by the time I do the series 3 of this conversation, I may begin to then give you step by step how this set of criminals have been riding roughshod on so many of you simply because you love Yoruba Nation so much. And whoever is talking about it must also love Yoruba Nation. That's why they are. But I can tell you this for free. It has never been about Yoruba Nation or independence to some of these guys. Now, if you are angry with what I have said so far, you call me names, you do that, that's fine. But trust me, you haven't even heard anything. You haven't even heard the 10% of what I actually intend to share. And everything I'm going to share is actually the truth. I'm going to be calling the names of the characters involved. So if you want to defend them, don't just call me scam. Don't call me thief. Don't make up things. Okay? I mean, you can't call somebody who is feeding your leaders, who paid for their food, pay for their medical, pay for their travel, pay for their security, pay for their housing, pay so many things to help. Not just that, who also paid for the freedom that the Igboho 12 are enjoying today. This platform, MaiyegunsDiary Politico, paid for them. So you can't call somebody like that a scam if you have nothing to say back. So listen, I haven't said anything like I said. When I really start, you'll be worth absolute nothing. Every one of you will become so trashy, unworthy of anybody's touch. So you better go and get ready. In fact, if you have to hire people to help you, to come on to MaiyegunsDiary Politico to come and jibe him, I don't grow past that, okay? But if I see your comment, I may talk, I may say something. But I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with common street thugs, common street urchins, jobless miscreants, recruited on social media. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those that you call leaders. Do you understand that? Which simply means when I speak, I'm speaking to those that you rather worship. Because they say they are your saviors, Abi. No, I don't have any savior. I am the savior of my own destiny. And you should be the same too. Now, if that is not how you walk, fine. You better get ready for another one. The day I'm going to do the phase 3, your hunger better get some level of consistency, because you might run out of the hunger that day. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. And please, do not join them in cherry-picking truth. Truth has no buts. Or it is just the truth. Facts, different from fiction. Anything else, apart from this, is absolute nonsense, and don't even entertain them. So thank you. Now I'm going to see you some other time. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. MaiyegunDiary Politico. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o.